Hello and welcome to Movie Night Mates, a real-time film commentary podcast. My name is Dan, and I'm joined as I am every week by my good friend, wonderful co-host, and someone who's sipping on a piping hot White Claw right now.
Jess.
What flavor is that White Claw?
It's raspberry.
Does it taste good boiled?
Sure.
Good. Extra bubbles. And we're joined again, 2 in a row, only guest to do 2 in a row, by Julie.
Hey.
I'll actually let you talk this time because
I
I
was
listened to
waiting.
the episode that we just did, and I introduced you, and then immediately go into something else.
I was waiting for you to do a pause so I could be like, hi, and then you never did, and I was just like...
I think I distracted myself with something else.
You were in the zone,
Yeah.
you were in the zone. But hello, I'm here, I'm Julie.
And today we are midway through Sci-Fi July with Julie.
Also known as Sci-Fi Julie.
Sci-Fi Julie. With Alien, and the reason Julie's with us is...
I like this movie.
It's
one of my favorite movies. It's a classic. It's a classic horror, you know. It really...
sci-fi horror.
It started the genre. Not did start, but you know, it really had a huge impact on the
Well,
genre.
it's funny you mention that because the late 70s were extremely important for sci-fi. Late 70s, early 80s, like before 1976, 77, like it was a lot of just like Flash Gordon type stuff or Star Trek, and that was it. And then Star Wars came out in 1977, Alien came out in 1979, Blade Runner came out in 1982, and they just like really helped legitimize sci-fi and bring it into a new era. So good point, Julie.
Yeah. It's true. I think they had like a hard time getting this movie greenlit because sci-fi was so scary to enter into, but Star Wars did well, so they were like, okay.
Yeah.
And they pitched it as Jaws in space, and they were like, all right, we're in.
I mean, basically,
I'm not even kidding.
that's like legit what it is. Well, I'd call it more. I mean, they wouldn't have known.
No,
this
that's
when
literally
they were,
what they
when
pitched
they
it
were,
as.
Yeah, when they were pitching it, if they'd waited like one more year, they would have said Halloween in space because it is, for all intents and purposes, a slasher film on a spaceship. That's not Jason X.
I was just gonna say, well, what about Jason X? One of the greatest horror movies of all time.
But yeah, I mean, it's a group of friends, co-workers, all with very distinct personalities and kind of archetypes to them, slowly being picked off one by one by an unknown assailant in gory and spectacular ways. And a cat is also there. So
Oh, well, I'm sold.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 immediately.
The
his
cat's
name is
beautiful.
Jonesy.
Aw.
Best
But
character.
this was directed by Ridley Scott. Screenplay by Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett. And of course, stars Sigourney Weaver, the queen of all queens.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, she's been
That's
called.
Like it's an alternate title.
She is, I'd say like she and like Jamie Lee Curtis are probably like, you know, neck and neck for number one like horror lady stars, like in terms of just impact and stuff.
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite like
She's amazing in this
female-led
movie.
roles in a movie.
Yeah, I mean, and Jess kind of comes into this a little bit like a disadvantage because kind of one of the fun things about seeing this movie blind, not really knowing anything about it. Obviously, you've heard us talk about Ripley and, you know, how much we love her.
Only in passing, though. You guys never talk about, like, the plot. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, this reminds me of this character
It's
from
just-
Alien. I'm like,
It's better
okay.
you don't know.
She is
Yeah.
not obviously like the main character in the beginning. Like they
Yeah.
set up someone else,
Yeah.
and
It has a great cast.
yeah, it's Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt as Dallas, the captain of the ship. I can run through them real quick. John Hurt is Kane, second in command. Sigourney Weaver's Ripley is third in command. Veronica Cartwright is Lambert, who I
Cartwright.
think is
What the what?
who is like communications or something along those lines. Harry Dean Stanton, the late Harry Dean Stanton, R.I.P., and the late John Hurt. Goddamn. And Yaphet Kotto as Brett and Parker, who are the engineers, and Ian Holm as Ash, their science officer. Very small cast. And Ian Holm, you might recognize as being Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings movies. So I will be making Lord of the Rings jokes. Bilbo Baggins?
Which one is that?
He's Frodo's uncle.
Okay.
He has the ring. He
Oh,
gets the
okay.
ring in The Hobbit.
Okay.
And then he brings it back
I watched
to...
those movies once in a row, like within a day, maybe 10 years ago.
That's a lot.
So I don't. Maybe 15 years ago, actually. I don't.
Okay, so in the
Next
third...
No.
Next episode of Movie Night.
Actually,
Bilbo
that's okay. I've already
Baggins
seen them.
finds-
I've already seen them, so we're not gonna watch them.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the extended edition.
No. My parents
Okay.
put me through that once, so I'm not doing it again.
9 went to the men. 7 to the elves.
Okay.
5 rings to the dwarf. Okay. Anyway,
Alien.
we're not in fantasy mode. We're in sci-fi mode. Alien, it is. This movie is fantastic. It is one of, as Julie's already said, one of the most influential films probably ever made. Just in what it did with its budget and how much it stretched it. And it made its stars into bigger stars and put Ridley Scott on the map to be one of the most kind of important and prolific directors of the late 20th century. And we will start in just a moment. Jess, do you want to explain how the show works for those who have not listened before and are just here to get into some Alien?
Sure. So this is a commentary, which means that we're all watching a movie together. Preferably, it's a movie that both of us and yourself have not seen before. We tell you what movie we're watching, if there's any special cut of it, what we're watching it on, and then we all start at 0000. We tell you when to press play, and then we read out all of the title cards so that you know that you're all lined up to where we are, and then we all watch together, and you laugh at our jokes.
Yes. And it is actually important you mention version. We're watching the original 1979 theatrical cut, not the 2003 director's cut of Alien. So there's some pretty big timing differences between those two. So if you're watching the director's cut, switch over because we're not doing that and you'll get really lost really fast. I also just want to mention before we get into it that a large part of this movie and its production design comes down to H.R. Giger, who is an artist, who was highly influential over the creation of the xenomorph alien and a lot of the visuals in this movie. One of the best things about this movie is, much like Star Wars, it's a sci-fi that feels extremely lived in. It's not like a world that's super pristine and white and clean. It's like basically the main characters are space truckers, and so their environment reflects that, and that's just one really great thing about it. So enough dilly-dallying. Grab your popcorn, have a quick pee break, because we're starting the movie in 3, 2, 1, press play. It is playing now. The 20th Century Fox logo is up. It's very old, and the 0 looks off. It looks slanted. You couldn't get away with that these days. It's been bought by the mouse. It's just 20th Century Pictures. A Brandywine Ronald Shusay production.
What was that? How you say that?
Shusay.
A Ridley Scott film.
Wait, then.
I. Tom Skerritt. Oh God, I love this movie. I'm very excited to watch this.
Sigourney
The
Weaver.
beginning of the movie is very much about building tension.
Yeah.
So it takes a minute,
I'm pretty sure the first alien attack doesn't happen until...
Whoa. Spoilers.
Wow.
Harry Dean Stanton.
If you're looking for some...
I'm doing your job, Dan.
They're synced up. They're synced.
Hi.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to watch /E/.
God.
Oh my God.
Guys, do you see the vision? It's coming.
I've...
Oh God.
Oh, how do you say that?
Sounds German.
I'm...
Yeah.
Screenplay by Dan Oben and story by... I didn't even need to name all these people before. I forgot it's an old movie. All of this is going to be at the beginning. Ali Kaginin. One great thing about this movie...
Oh, Alien.
And one of the most famous things about it...
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It's the movie.
Of its marketing was the amazing tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best tagline I've ever heard for a movie. Like, It's
is that why you said that before we started recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was
and
a
then
reference.
okay, jumping forward a little bit, commercial towing vehicle, the Nostromo, Crew 7. They're just bringing a bunch of stuff. Jumping forward for a non-spoiler, the third Alien movie was originally marketed as on Earth, everyone can hear you scream. But spoiler alert, they don't go to Earth in the third movie
That's really
at
funny.
all.
Okay. This is
Oh, I
Star
forgot
Wars.
you have the motion smoothing on your TV.
You say that every single time you come over.
Well,
Every
I'm a
single
man.
time.
We're pre-programmed to
I know.
define
Once again,
motion smoothing.
man enters your house, immediately has to fuck up your TV.
Wait, I turned off the. Is it on the
Can't
PlayStation?
you tell that?
I don't know.
Because
No,
I
PlayStation
literally, when
wouldn't
we
have
set
that
it
as
up,
a
I
default.
turned it off. Like a man.
Sorry, let me correct
Good
that then.
job.
When Julie enters your home.
It's just something cinephiles do. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what? What a file?
Cinephiles? Is that what they're called?
I'm the kind of
Or
cinephile that
cinephiles.
just turns it on and presses play.
It's just the production design alone. Like, we were talking about Alien Isolation before we hit record, and that is one of the best parts about that game, is how perfectly it captures, like, the atmosphere and look of this movie.
Is that the one where it's constantly coming after you no matter what?
In different sections, but yes,
Okay.
the alien you
All
can't.
the funny clips are when
you
it, like,
can't
pops in on
kill
people.
the alien.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
okay, yeah.
And it has a really advanced AI to it to like track you. But you can. There's humans and synthetics that you can fight and kill. And there's ways to like put it off, like with a flamethrower or a flare or whatever. But fuck, that game is fun. If you are a fan, I remember IGN gave it like a 5, and people rioted because one of the reasons was like it's too hard, and that like did not help. And that was
That's
I
really
think
funny, actually.
it would have been
IGN
around
always
the time.
has the best reviews though, like
I
Pokemon,
know.
Too Much Water,
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
And then the
Yeah.
Cuphead one. It wasn't it wasn't
Yeah.
IGN. It was some other, but like
Or
where
it's
the
like,
person
what's
couldn't
the
get
one
past
that,
the
like, is it
tutorial.
like Call of Duty or whatever, and they're like, it's like literally every other, game in this franchise that's come out 10 out of 10. Like,
Yeah. Like just the sounds of the computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
I love that sound.
I love
Yeah.
it. When did it say that was set? Did it say?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, it wasn't.
I'll look it up.
We're too busy ripping on IGN.
That specific computer noise. I fucking love
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
2122.
Oh.
And like the
that's coming up,
computers
guys.
are
Yeah.
like,
We'll still be
another-
alive then.
It's like 100 years.
well, we don't know what's gonna happen. We could.
It's music.
Also, this game, good board game based off of it.
Of course there is.
Yeah, I still need to play that.
Had a good time. And it's not super deep. And it's a cooperative, which I always appreciate.
We love a co-op adventure.
Coop.
A coop.
Also, this scene perfectly encapsulates the, the scene of a living room after, a bit of a party the night before.
Yeah, as you can tell, they've been partying.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish every time we drank we could just fall asleep in a pod
Oh
and
my
then wake up
God.
and feel normal. You know
Just
what
be
I mean?
gassed to sleep.
It's so hard to sleep when you drink.
Yeah.
Of just like the one person
And it's probably
waking
just like
up.
pumping them full of nutrients and stuff, You wake up and you're like, I don't even have a hangover. And I drank 3,
That would
4
be
locos.
nice. 4 locos.
I don't know why they have to be naked.
They have their little nighttime diapies.
Aww. Look at them all in their diapers together.
Wait, so if this is 2122, that means that Prometheus and Alien Covenant are set even earlier than that. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that when I saw those movies. If you know anything about the Alien series, I can run it through. We can talk about the sequels another time. Later in the episode,
I just got
maybe.
scared.
But yes, if you've seen Prometheus or Alien Covenant, those are both prequels to this, which explain where the alien comes from, which some people would say kind of ruins the mystery and fun of them, and I agree with those people.
Here they are, the squad.
Name a more iconic squad, though.
They've got all their cereal
The
and those
birds.
like fun Bed Bath & Beyond Tupperware like containers.
Yeah.
There's Jonesy.
Jonesy. Will you get an orange cat and name it Jonesy?
Oh, that would be
Yes.
really cute. That's such a good idea. This is their way of showing that they're all like
Working class
working
people.
class people and not
They are. They're space
Yeah.
truckers. That's what I love about it, is that they're not
Yeah.
like just like a scientific like crew of scientists and like super smart people. I mean, they're smart in that they're really resourceful and like clever. But also I just love how quickly it establishes them as like clearly a family of people who just, you know, they've been working together probably for years at this point just because of how long it takes to get from place to place. And I think it's just conveyed really well in just their interactions with each other. Sorry, there's a truck going past. A real life trucker, an Earth trucker. Hopefully there's no xenomorphs on the truck.
maybe one day.
Dude, I remember as a kid, I discovered that they were called xenomorphs, like officially, and I was like, what? Like, it felt like it was information that you shouldn't know, because I always thought it was just like, no, they're just alien. Like, that's what they are. They're just the aliens from Alien. And, like, the Predators have a name. They're like the Ewok Thai or something like that. This is me every morning walking 30 seconds to my home office to
really
work
like
from
this
home.
room.
Well, that's what I was saying like earlier. They didn't in the promotions for the movie in 1979. Ridley specifically did not like show the xenomorph or the alien at all in anything because they didn't want anyone going to the movie to have any idea what they were getting into.
Very good choice.
Yeah. So like
I mean,
the trailers were just like them running.
Yeah. I mean,
That's cool.
that works. I
Yeah.
mean, they did that for A Quiet Place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such
Quite
a
a
good
few
way to
other
do
things
things.
of,
I feel
like-
like trailers
Oh, yeah, you're
ruin
right.
things so often.
Oh my
I
god,
don't
yeah.
think I ever
The
noticed
new
that.
trailer
Yeah.
for Nope, I have had to see like 4 times
Yeah.
in theaters, and
Yeah.
I really wish I never saw it because
Yeah.
I think it gives away way too much
Well, I'm
about
hoping that
what's
it's
happening.
like it doesn't actually.
Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping just knowing
Yeah.
it's him, but I feel like trailers for his other movies have not shown quite as much. But
Yeah.
on one of the trailers, you just straight up see a UFO. I was like, are we supposed to see this right now? Or like, is it hello?
I think at this point, when this movie came out, John Hurt might have been the most famous member of the cast. I think Tom Skerritt might be up there too. Dallas. But John Hurt, who was just on screen, you know, prolific actor, went on to be in so many other movies. Like 1984, he was the War Doctor in the Doctor Who anniversary special, all that good stuff. And just such an amazing voice on that man,
I don't
too.
recognize him at all.
Well, that's not him.
Well, okay, correct.
That's John Hurt.
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
I'm going to bring up John Hurt's IMDb and just give you just run some titles by you. 1984, as I said, he was in
I hated
Alien.
that movie and book.
Have you seen Alien?
No.
Okay. He was in The
You sounded
Elephant
so-
Man,
Okay.
Midnight Express, Thomas and Friends, Sodor's Legends of the Treasure.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
What?
Like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, I know.
He was in that Hercules movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, I know. I'm from the.
Snowpiercer,
No,
Doctor
that's a
Who,
great
as I
movie.
said, Only Lovers Left Alive,
No.
Merlin. He played
No.
the dragon in the show Merlin. Well, you wouldn't have seen him in that. He's a dragon.
Oh, now I recognize.
Oh,
Okay.
he plays fucking Ollivander in Harry Potter. The wand guy.
Okay, sure.
Whomst he buys the wand
Oh, okay,
from.
okay. Well, he looks
You know, the
vastly
one who's
different in
like-
that movie.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Potter, this wand has a sister.
Okay, alright.
The one that gave you that scar. Dude, the drip in this movie, except for Ash
unreal.
and that baby blue
The
shirt.
Hawaiian shirt. The Hawaiian shirt is the best.
The
outfit in
Hawaiian
this whole
shirt,
movie.
Dallas's jacket, Ripley's jacket.
What
I
kind
would
of
wear
hat
all
is
of them.
that?
I actually kind of really want to get like that Wayland
What hat?
Yutani.
The one with the
patch.
like the hats that have like the yellow stuff on the
Trucker
brim.
hat. Oh,
No, it's not a trucker hat.
Yellow
Like, what, isn't that like
that
a,
just looks like it's ripping apart.
I know what you mean with like the
It's
gold
got
leaf
like leaves
on
or
it.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that
Oh.
like a captain's hat or something?
I think it has something to do with
that
the
clearly
Navy.
is a baseball cap, but
I'm gonna look it up. So
I
we
thought it
don't
was.
sound-
I couldn't tell.
or like
I
a
thought it was just,
veteran's
like,
cap or
tearing.
something like that. I don't know. Tensions are already high.
Oak leaves. I don't know if it has any specific meaning.
I love old space movie. Okay, well, my only frame of reference is
Space
Star Wars,
boobs.
but I love old space shots, like from the 70s or 80s or whatever, and it's the outside of the ship,
Yeah, the like.
and
the
it looks like someone
sound.
made a Lego and then like slowly
Well, that was
moves
it.
the camera.
That,
I love
like
it.
that opening shot in Star Wars
Yeah.
with the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's
That's
before
all
CGI
industrial light and
everything.
magic,
Yeah,
baby.
I love it.
Also, please pay attention to you, the listener, and Jess, the watcher, for the first time, the
Ooh.
blatant sexual symbolism in the visuals in this movie
Okay.
is a huge part about it.
Yeah.
It's basically like, hey, isn't pregnancy really fucking scary, actually, when you think about it? Like, that's the main theme of this movie.
It's a little triggering right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
But they look like it holds up so well. Like, if this was like an attempt at CG at
Yeah.
the time,
Yeah, it actually looks really good.
this looks better than Jason X, at least.
And I mean, that's top tier, so.
Yeah.
I kept saying with Jason X2, it
Ooh.
just looks like a set the whole time. Like, it just looks like someone put up
I mean, yeah, I think
silver
that's...
wallpaper.
I've already talked about the production design, but like how lived in and real the sets in this movie feel are just so nice and refreshing.
I also just love the, like,
Great
retro
music,
space
too.
stuff. Like, how
Yeah.
all of their computers are still just computers
Like from the 70s.
I
Like,
love
yeah.
the sounds
Yeah.
and the.
Because even now you watch, like, you know, futuristic movies and the computers just look like computers.
Yeah.
You know?
I just like.
Or it's like
and in 20
floating
years, people are
shit.
going to be like, oh my god, those computers from the, you know, the 2010s.
Yeah. I saw this screenshot of some article from like Newsweek or CNET or something back in 2007 that was like why Apple's proposed cell phone is going to fail and like all this shit.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
like
so
really
funny.
funny to see that old stuff.
Yeah. But I feel like every new tech that comes out, there's just a majority of people are like, that's stupid. Now everyone wears AirPods. Like, you know?
And now we're going through like where people want like their tech to look like older tech. Like
Yeah.
headphones are coming back and
Film cameras, film photography
and, like,
is so huge
yeah.
right now. But it's like even more expensive than like DSLRs because it's like nobody makes that shit anymore.
Yes, yeah. That's interesting. I'm just waiting for them to bring back like true flip phones. You know,
Dude,
want them.
I want a Razor so bad.
Yeah,
I
miss
always
them.
did.
I miss
A
the
Razor
dramatics.
phone?
Yeah.
I
They
just
weren't
miss the
that
dramatics
You're
of when
such,
you like
like,
hang
such
up
like a
and, like,
bitchy thing.
I also
Yeah.
used to use it as like a what's it called?
Like a fidget toy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
just like
yeah, yeah.
snap it open
I
and
miss
close.
I've seen people that put like the phone charms on their phones, like on
I miss
iPhones.
those.
I kind of want to get one because I used to play with that all the
Yeah.
time. It was so
Yeah.
fun.
I don't think my.
I had
mom
a
has
Verizon Razzle.
I
which
remember
would
that.
flip
Razzle.
back and
Yeah.
forth. The bottom
I
half
had the
would
chocolate
twist
and then
into
the
being
quick
either an
fire.
MP3 player, and you twist it, and it would be a keyboard. So instead of like
That's
a
it.
slide, it was really sick.
I do kind of miss that era where phones all had different names. Now it's like you either have
Yeah.
iPhone or Android, and,
Yeah.
and
it's
if
like-
And
the
it's a
number is
number.
different. It's like
It's like an actual war.
Yeah. Do you remember everyone was obsessed with the Pebble and the chocolate? Where
I had the
chocolate.
chocolate.
The
Yeah,
chocolate,
I got
yeah.
the chocolate first, and then everybody else got the chocolate, but they all got the new version of the chocolate, and I felt left out.
Oof.
And what was the
That's
other
tough.
one that was like basically just like a cylinder? Not
Like a
cylinder.
Blackberry?
Like
The Blackberry?
no. It wasn't a BlackBerry. It was basically just a rectangle, but like a really really thin rectangle, like basically a cylinder, and
I
it would
don't know.
a juke, and it would slide up and down.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, my favorite were the ones
We're talking over this.
Yeah.
This is so...
We're just hanging out.
Back to
Pay
Aliens.
Just hanging
So
out.
they got an SOS signal,
Yes.
and by company
So
rules...
they have to go check
They
it
work
out.
for a company called Wayland-Yutani.
And
By
they said
company
that it's
rules,
not necessarily
they have to go
human.
look and see if there's someone there
Yeah.
that needs help.
Damn, they ever land a ship before?
Fly much, idiots?
Yeah, remember these are just just workers, just worker class.
Which is why Aliens
so
shouldn't
impressive.
work, but it does. Because Aliens is all about colonial Marines who are
love
like
Aliens.
super badass. Have you heard of the story of the pitch meeting for Aliens? Okay, so James Cameron directed Aliens, not Alien. Ridley Scott directed Alien.
Okay.
James Cameron wanted to do a sequel, so he met with executives at 20th Century Fox. And before doing anything else in his pitch, there was a whiteboard or a chalkboard or something in the room, and he went up to it, wrote Alien, then added an S at the bottom, at the back, that's not it, and then made the S into a dollar sign. That's how he got the job for Aliens. And then pitched the movie from there. That was like an urban legend for forever, and he finally confirmed it like 5 years ago
That's
that
so
actually happened.
Amazing, honestly.
That's a main character moment, if I've ever heard one. Maybe he's the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. I'll never forget, I went to a job interview and someone had a Wolf of Wall Street poster on their wall. The boss of the company had
Ew.
like art pop
Ooh,
Leonardo
did he learn nothing
DiCaprio
from that
as
movie?
Jordan Belfort on his wall.
That's
And I was
scary.
like, I gotta get out of here.
He learned nothing.
They offered me a
terrifying.
job and I was like,
No.
nah, I'm good.
You're like, maybe if you had
Actually,
better
I'm-
taste in movies.
I mean, not the movie's good, but
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta learn something from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is epic.
Oh my
That
god, yeah, it looks
sound.
so good. Like, there are shots in this movie that I'm like, this shouldn't exist. Like, there's one when they're coming up very soon when they're all in spacesuits exploring that one
Yeah, I
area
have some fun
with the
facts about
fog.
that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, it
I was
looks
waiting till we
so
get
fucking
there.
good.
Got some fun facts in your back pocket.
Yeah, I
for
got
a
some
rainy day.
facts.
Spitting straight facts.
I'm spitting
Dude, we
straight
should put-
facts
Spitting
on this
straight
on the
facts.
Movie Night
Spit
Mates
some
podcast.
yeah, can we be like those guys on TikTok who show up on my For You page sometimes and they're just very clearly scripted podcasts?
Yes.
And one of them is just reacting to the other one the whole time. Like, he's the first time, he's like, so did you know that, you know, like, Captain America? He's like, yeah. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, in Winter Soldier, you saw that one, right? Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah.
He's like, well, actually, in that movie, Bucky Barnes, he learned those real fights. Oh my god, really? Like, oh my-
Yeah.
I cannot stand that shit.
I thought we were gonna do that.
Julie, that's not your line.
Sorry. You just hear me like oh shit.
Russell's paper.
Yeah.
And another TikTok thing I'm sick of. Sorry, again, not related to Alien, but we're in a kind of dialogue list section. That one trend that has been going on for over like a year now.
Ooh.
Someone's like, I'm gonna
He's
do.
popping off.
He just hit the gritty. Sorry, when someone's like, I'm gonna do an impression of this, and then they just do a blatant New York accent.
Yeah.
There's one person who can still do it funny, and it's Eddie Burback, and that's it. I'm
You still
really
have a crush
sick of
on
the other
Eddie.
ones.
Fun fact.
If he wants to take me to
Fun fact,
Rainforest
guys.
Cafe, I'm
Guys,
not going to
hold
say
on.
no.
My script, my line's coming up.
Okay.
So when they were filming this, the spacesuits, they didn't have any ventilation, so they kept passing out in the spacesuits.
Yeah, what the how
And
did
so
they not drill a hole
so
in them
many,
or something
so
like
many times that they had to bring a special medic on set for when they were doing the spacesuits. And actually... Wait,
What
hold on.
the fuck? Just drill a hole in it where you can't
I don't
see
know.
it. Like,
I don't know.
what? I don't
They,
get it.
they eventually like changed them a little bit so they had better ventilation, but they still have like a medic. on
I
set.
know
Jesus.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know Mythbusters, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember Adam Savage, one of the hosts? He's like really into like really in-depth cosplay. And he fully recreated one of these suits for himself, like,
Damn.
and put his name on it
That's
and
really
all that
cool.
shit. There's a really good YouTube video of him
Cosplay's so impressive.
explaining the process and then wearing it at Comic-Con.
Like, actually insane.
Yeah.
He also did a really good No Face one year, I think, with a functioning mouth in it, too, that would, like, open up.
That's,
that's
awesome.
He's
I want that little
Awesome.
No Face bank where you put
Yeah,
the coin on him and
those
then
are
he
fun.
eats it. There's so many little, like, tchotchkes in
kind of
there.
asks you a question.
Oh, also that everybody smokes on the ship, which is really funny.
Yeah.
It's the 70s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a cheeky smile.
I love how the subtitles on this are literally
They're,
just
like, in the
front
middle
of
of the
face.
screen.
Like, just
I don't
in
know
the
why.
middle of the screen.
Also, is Ridley from, like, Metroid and Smash Bros. Named after Ridley Scott? Because he, like, looks like a xenomorph.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know enough.
Google it.
I love this sound.
That's
Yeah.
LV426.
It's so cool.
That's the name of the planet. So that's why Alien Day is on
Say it
April
one more time.
26th. LV426.
No, sorry. She keeps saying, can't see a goddamn thing.
Oh, shut up,
Can't see a
Lambert.
goddamn thing.
I also love her jumpsuit in this movie.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
Yep, named after Ridley Scott.
I
Oh,
almost
okay.
bought like a...
Because Alien was a huge influence on the Metroid series, which makes a lot of sense with, like, Samus being a girl and
Yeah.
the big suit and everything. Aliens, of
I made
course.
Samus and Smash for a little bit.
Zero suit
No,
or right or
regular.
I made Zero Suit for a bit.
I played Zero Suit every once in a while. I did like her.
I just like
Anybody who
King.
But I
means
always-
Zero
you always
Suit.
gotta go
Slay
back
with
to
the
King
Converse,
DD.
I-
the
I'm sorry,
Converse
but-
and the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Anybody
so
who
good.
mains Zero Suit Samus is default a Coomer. Like, that's just what you are.
Oh my
like,
god.
at
Cat.
your core. Oh yeah, I love her space Converse. They're fucking sick.
Yeah.
I almost
With, like, the
bought,
cool
like, a
design on
cargo
it.
Yeah, they just showed them.
jumpsuit like that from Urban like years back, but it was like $150, and I was like, but I want it so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
It was
I-
like
I
it
wanna
wasn't
get it for,
jean,
like, a
but it was
cosplay
like
one
dark
day, but-
blue.
I
like,
really
a
want to
Halloween
get like
costume.
the Nostromo patch for my like jean jacket, my cool
That's epic.
Yeah.
one. With all my pins and shit.
Mm-hmm. You're so big on jackets. Every movie we
I
watch,
love a
you're like,
jacket.
love the jacket.
Love a jacket.
It's because it's an easy piece of fashion that
You
you,
just
don't
throw
have
it
to,
on.
you know,
It's a statement piece, you know?
It was
You
like
wear
me and
something
Crazy Rich
simple, throw on a
Asians.
cool
Every
jacket.
single thing that they wore, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah. You see them like sweating, like
Yeah.
actually sweating in the suits.
Those look like those dinosaurs.
Ooh, that
What
chair
are they
looks so
called?
fun.
The ones with the really long necks.
Oh, I was about to say tall neck from Horizon. Tall neck. Tall
No, the
necks.
real dinosaur. What are they called?
No,
The
Dan
tall-
knows. He's a
Dan,
he's
what
a
is the
dinosaur.
dinosaur? Dan.
What?
The tall
The
neck
tall.
dinosaur.
Brontosaurus?
There you go. It looks like two of them.
Or a Diplodocus?
Definitely not that one. I
A
would not know what that is.
Dilophosaurus?
Definitely not that one.
A lot of them have long
Whatever
necks.
the big one was from Jurassic Park.
I think that's a Dilophosaurus. Actually, not a Brontosaurus.
Damn, this is making me dizzy.
We
Yo,
must
found
go
footage?
on.
Yo, found footage? Is this VHS? Is this Cloverfield?
The chair. I'm going back to the console.
Yeah.
Like that shot.
It's like the slowest turn of all time.
Fuck off with that shot. That was so
It was
good.
insane.
It does not compute for me that was made in 1979.
Yeah, like, what is-
Like this
are you
model
kidding
work
me?
and everything. This also
I just want to know who programmed these subtitles because they are all over the fucking place.
don't know.
some
It's so
intern.
funny. Yeah, they were like, now top left, now bottom right.
It's like the
middle of the screen.
It's because it's because it's a DVD,
Maybe.
so they just like.
Blu-ray, thank you.
This is crazy.
Sorry.
Steelbook Blu-ray actually. So
How long did it take them to film this?
I'm actually not sure what the production was like in that respect. I know that it was obviously pretty tough to just do, as Julie said, people were fainting and shit.
But some of this is just so epic.
He put a lot into like making sure that the actors like felt a little scared, so they would show on screen more.
Yeah, in fact, there's a really famous jump scare that happens that he did not tell.
I was going to talk about that later, Dan. God.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
God!
She's not talking.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, also, I want to point out that Ripley's character was written non-gendered.
Yeah, they actually all were.
Oh, that's actually really sick.
I believe that they didn't really want Ripley to be a female because that was like the era of where final girls were really becoming a thing, and they didn't want her to be like
obvious,
like an obvious, or like have kind of more of that stereotypical final girl thing where they're like a little more
masculine.
Like they can't like stick up for themselves that way. I don't know how to explain it. Like they're just kind of thrown into it. They wanted Ripley as a character to be more like strong in general.
Yeah.
This was
not
filmed
just because
over 14 weeks.
What?
Yeah. July 7th to
That's
October
insane.
21st, 1978.
How long does it usually, like, what's the average? I feel like that's so fast.
That does feel
But
fast.
is that just because I don't know what the typical
14
length
weeks? How many months is that? What, like 3 or 4 months? That's pretty average.
Well, I guess it is your job, so you're doing it all the time.
Yeah.
That just seems like so short to me. I don't know.
And like a lot of these sets were built, you know, for real. For realsies.
That's what I mean too. Like,
so like during this scene, and I think they zoom out a bit more. Yeah. But they actually had, because they didn't have the budget to make the set like huge, and they wanted this to feel like a big room.
Yeah.
They had Ridley Scott's kids get in the spacesuits so that they were smaller.
Oh, that's
and so that
funny.
so it's like his kids walking around.
Oh shit!
Oh.
and
Wait,
that's another
so
reason
funny.
the kids were passing out in the suits too.
Jesus
So that's another
Christ.
reason they ended up adding.
He was
more
like, "Our kids, get in."
Apparently, I'm just reading now, is because there was also a heat wave happening at the time as well.
Right.
Oh yeah, those do look like kind of like
a
kid
little
proportions.
smaller, right?
A little smaller,
Yeah, so that's
they just wanted it to feel like he was like, this doesn't feel big enough with
that being sitting in the chair as an engineer, quote unquote. They are fleshed out more in the Prometheus series, that little timeline there as well, which is a lot of fun.
Ooh.
Gross.
Gross.
Ew.
They also used a lot of like real organs and stuff.
Damn.
Like for just to make it look
That was
nasty.
pretty classic at the time.
Yeah.
In fact, when they're filming the movie Day of the Dead, there's one scene where a main character gets like completely disemboweled by the zombies, and it's very on display. And they used real pig guts.
Yeah.
They were filming in the summer.
Yucky.
Someone accidentally kicked the fridge. It was left for a weekend, and so when they came back, all of them were rotten, and they had to use them. And like, it was bad.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
Great effect though. At the end of the day,
Like
I just
actual.
feel bad for
I mean, you'll be
everybody involved.
actually gagging. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that thing's been there for like possibly millennia. Or not, according to Prometheus.
Or not?
I'm kidding. You don't know about that specific one in Prometheus.
Harsh.
He do be kind of right though.
It's true.
It's a wishbone, make a wish.
How many people have that as their laptop background? Or desktop, I guess.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
My dad, when I was a kid, had a really, really cool, well, it's not in this movie, but in Aliens, a really fucking awesome alien queen action figurine thing. Lost it in the divorce. It went missing when my parents got divorced. So that's one of the biggest.
Sorry.
That's actually one of the biggest things that affected me from that. Nothing else really got me. But yeah.
Other than that, it was fine.
Yeah. No, shit. That thing would be worth so much too nowadays.
Sick.
It was amazing. I loved playing. I had no clue what it was from, of course.
My dad, for one of his work awards, I think when he worked for Pepsi, he got an award for something or whatever. But he literally won a Lego R2D2, but I don't know where it is. And he's now moved twice since I've last seen it.
That would be worth a lot.
And I'm like,
if it
was... it's dusty as shit. It's old. R2D2 is now yellow, old as shit. But I'm like, I kind of want it. I don't know where it is.
I love this fog effect. They do this at haunted houses, and it always freaks me the fuck out. I love the look of it. Where it's just a fog, and then they have one line of light going across it.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Are we supposed to be seeing that little
yeah, that's how he got down there.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that just because...
I was just about to make a joke and be like, oh my god, you can see his strings.
It's a puppet.
Bro, what did you fall on?
Listen, everybody's gotta fall once, you know?
Especially into a little field of testicles. That's the point.
I just slipped when
I'm just goofy.
Put my hand on nothing and fell over.
Those eggs.
Yummy.
They look since they have the stuff on top of them, it looks like the eggs from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. When he opens it and it's got the message.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Goblet of Fire during the games, he gets
yes,
from
yeah. The golden egg, yeah.
From the mermaids, and then he opens it in the bath. You know what I mean?
Come seek us where our voices sound. We cannot be heard
Yeah.
above the ground. Ew. Dude, I mean, just the effects work alone on this movie.
It's insane.
It all looks so real. I really wish I looked more into the materials they used and how they made these.
I think you know what
specifically,
I read?
But I mean, obviously, it's a lot of animatronics and wire work going on.
I don't know how
you know what
this is though, so I don't want to say it.
He and Natalie Portman's character from Annihilation would get along very well because they just go in and touch this shit without any
without thinking
thought. I think that looks like chicken breast.
That does not look like chicken breast.
I used to have a little plushy face hugger. I don't know what happened to it. It had a little smiley face on the bottom.
Wait, that's really cute.
That is cute.
I got it, I think from when GameStop used to do the rewards that you could trade in, and then they would you could
when
send...
GameStop was fun.
Yeah, now all those rewards just get you gift certificates.
Now you
it's
just
bullshit.
get a credit card.
Yeah.
And debt.
Was Jonesy hibernating with them, or was he just alone?
He had to.
Alonesy.
Yeah, I think he was. I have a fun fact about Jonesy before we get into real dialogue, I guess. They almost recast Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, because she was having allergic reactions on set, and they thought it was that she was allergic to the cat. And they had 4 identical cats already, and they thought it would be easier to replace Ripley than to replace the...
Oh my god.
But it turns out that she was actually just allergic to the glycerin that they sprayed on her to look like sweat.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So they ended up changing it.
Yeah.
Did you know that...
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, based Ripley. I think she would have done well 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
What?
Yeah, she's all about don't break quarantine, don't come in here.
I missed the
We have to listen to the rules to keep things safe. And you know what?
What if
She's
Julie and
right.
I did hear you, but we were just what quarantine? That never happened.
Yeah.
Just gaslit.
But Ash doesn't believe in science, so he just opens the door, which is great because he's their science officer, of course.
Ooh, look how cool that looks.
Yeah, with the fucking... Was it even harder when he was wearing this suit? Because he has something directly over his
Yeah,
face.
I don't know. I
Probably.
don't actually know.
I mean, just like the design of these creatures, them alone has just been like so influential. I feel on like
Ooh.
alien
That
and creature
sound when it
design.
cracked
Yeah.
open.
And the idea being
I
that
don't
like
like their bony. whatever
yeah,
it
it's
is.
like the fingers.
It's like
Yeah.
spider legs.
Yeah, that's how they crawl around. Oh my
I
god.
hate- or like snow crabs.
There's
Oh,
a-
yeah,
there are
those are so
scenes
gross. I
in
hate
later
them.
movies
I love
in
crab
the
legs,
series
so-
with
No, they're so gross.
there are
Now I'm
scenes
hungry, bitch. Pick me up a face hugger.
That's
we
all they
barbecue
need to do.
down-
Throw them right on the barbecue.
Yeah, we like to barbecue those face huggers where I'm from. But later movies in the series have scenes where they're not fighting against xenomorphs or anything. It's like just a face hugger that they're going against, and they're just like scuttling around them.
Ooh,
All
gross.
that shit. I know that's one of Julie's fears is things that scuttle or crawl that aren't supposed to
Yeah,
be.
I don't like when they crawl really fast at you. It's scary. Like the what's it called in Resident Evil? They're on the ceiling. What are those called?
Lickers.
The lickers. Those are so scary.
Ugh, yeah.
Junji Ito always comes up with like the grossest bugs
Yeah.
and creatures and shit. And I read like on my lunch break, I like read a short story that I was meaning to read, and there were these bugs that were like basically people were like committing suicide and then turning into like these bugs that were like overriding this like town. And then people were stepping on them thinking they were bugs, but then like their guts would look like humans. And then like after they revealed that, every time they showed the bug, I was like, ew, stop it, it's gross, ew.
Junji Ito is just a genius.
I feel like Junji
And
Ito...
then his afterword was like rambling, and then he was like, I was told to write 1,000 words for this, so here's my afterword, whatever. Like, I was like, how is he such like a cute
He's so
human?
funny.
And, like, I just read one of the most like gross stories ever.
It's feeding.
Yeah, it's going in the
oxygen.
thrusy.
Yeah.
That's what the face hugger is
Nasty.
about, is the thrusy.
Ew.
Do you get to see the bottom of a face hugger in this movie, or is that only in the sequels? Because
Do
they
have
are...
smiley faces?
No,
Like
it's just very NSFW looking.
I don't actually remember.
Yeah, they're about that throat. Throat goats is the other name for them in the series. That's where
Nice.
that comes from.
Yeah, it's kind
Or Nancy Reagan's.
Like during this dialogue,
Nancy
they're like,
Reagan,
damn,
stop
throat
it.
goats.
Stop it.
She was the throat goat, Julie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But like just them being like designed as like the perfect creature through evolution and shit to like procreate and like face hug. Because like you see the face hugger and you're like, well, I would simply turn my face or I would simply close my mouth. But they're like designed to like
no,
basically
it's-
knock your teeth in
it's
if you try to
literally
do that.
down his throat.
Christ.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? What?
The acid blood. Oh well, that's just self defense as well to stop
I know,
you from
but they're
cutting it
like
off.
standing right in front of it. It's like
Yeah.
to maybe stand back a little bit.
Dude, I want. What is that? Beck is his name? Brett's Hawaiian shirt.
It's epic.
Not the shoes.
Not the boots.
These aliens got me for my foams, man.
This music.
Let's go stand directly underneath it.
Hey, he just said, "Don't get
Yeah.
under it. Don't get under it."
They're just going. It's going to break
Thank
that
you,
through the
Yaphet Kodo.
goddamn hole. Didn't you hear
Mhm.
them? They gotta stop it.
But I like that they went to stop it, and they're not holding anything. Like, what would they put under it? A bucket? Like,
They're just, just figuring it out.
Did you know at one point there was going to be like an alien ride at one of the famous parks, like Disney or Orlando or something? I'm really upset we don't have it. Like there was a part of it, I think in Universal Studios Hollywood, where they had like the studio tour or something. There was an alien section, but like there has yet to be like a full on ride. I feel like it was just so easy to do to just make a cool ass alien ride.
Well, I feel like they just spent all this money
Yeah.
on Star Wars World or whatever the fuck it's called.
And
So they're like, sci-fi?
Avatar.
All right, done. Yeah.
Well, they would never do it at Disney, but
Well, yeah.
Universal could totally nail it. But they don't own it. They don't own Alien anymore. Disney does, which is fucking
So then Disney
wild
is not
to
going
me.
to do it.
So, excited for the Alien Disney Plus series. It's going to be 6 episodes with one really good opening episode, a bunch of middling episodes, and then a very disappointing finale. And I'll watch every one. The one cool thing about Alien Isolation as well is there's DLC packs where you can play through this movie and shit,
that's cool.
and like the sequels and whatnot, like with the original cast coming back to do the voices.
That's cool.
Including like Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, all of them. Ugh. Honestly, I gotta say, Facehugger, it's probably the second scariest stage of the alien's life.
Yeah, dude, I'm like claustrophobic, and the idea of just, oh no,
being throated for like 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Well, that's like anytime I have sleep paralysis, something's like pressing down on my chest and I can't breathe. So the idea of something being then on my face and I can't breathe, that's too scary.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in the same room as that thing.
He's just chilling.
But the morbid curiosity, you know?
It's like Lena in Annihilation. She can't sleep, so she's just gonna keep working.
Yeah.
What'd you see in there?
It was an eyeball. Not gonna lie, just someone else being there behind him when the camera moved back, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's the alien. I love the fucking creature design for the alien. It's like so perfect.
She's about
like
to,
you would
she's about to
believe
pop
that it's
off.
like the most dangerous creature in the galaxy when you see it. The sleek ass head, the cool body,
I already know what
the
he looks like.
tail. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm describing it. It's so good.
I've watched a million funny clips from the game.
And actually, they have a secret little skull in the front. Like you can, in certain angles, you can see that there's like basically a human skull behind that like big ass head. Ooh. You can buy Brett's shirt for only $25.
Oh my god.
Ripley's pissed.
Ooh!
It's like going
Oh yes, I forgot woman.
I guess one of the reasons why they wrote all the characters to be ungendered or, no specific ethnicity was probably like kind of like Star Trek's idea of the future where like, that was like Star Trek's like a utopia where it doesn't really matter like
Yeah.
what you are. So maybe they just want to kind of go with that like, hopefully by 21, 22, it doesn't really matter.
I don't
You
know
know.
if it was that deep or they just wrote a bunch of characters and were like, whatever. We'll
Yeah.
just see whoever fits this character best.
That's
I feel like
honestly
too
a really
when you
good
like
way.
start to write something like this, like I'd be so focused on like, oh, I
Yeah.
have this idea for this really cool alien, like,
Everything else.
whatever, and then also there's like 5 people in the ship.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Exactly.
What is important about this movie is that it sets... I mean, we're about like 50 minutes in, 45 at least. And it's just so much character work and showing and establishing these relationships
Yeah.
of these people and showing us who they are personality-wise, and I think that's really important and really helpful. He's got the space Converse too.
They're epic. Interesting.
Sorry, I keep cracking my knuckles. I don't know if you can hear it on the...
Dallas trip with the all white.
Dude, I need some space Converse.
I have.
I'm gonna look them up.
The Converse that I just got, their platform.
They kind of look like space Converse.
They're so sick. Apparently they come in black too, which I didn't know.
I do. I want the
black
black high
one.
tops, but I already have.
We're like the same size, right? Can we just switch?
I don't think we're the same size. I have like. I mean, well, you gotta pay to learn about our feet.
Yeah.
So I won't say anymore.
Our dogs look exactly the same.
Yeah. Just have like
Universal shoes.
Yeah.
They were
Community
modified PF flyers that they wore. So
look how sick she looks.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
sorry, I didn't mean to moan like that. But also, if like face huggers and aliens were real, you know there would be people who wanted to fuck them and like would want to get face hugged for like.
They're not real.
That
I'm sure
reason.
there are people like that.
Yeah, there is that Channel 5 All Gas No Brakes, back when it was All Gas No Brakes, video of him at the furry convention, meeting with the people who have those, we'll call them implanters, that come with gelatin eggs.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yay!
Listen, there are monster fuckers out there.
You know,
And
we
listen,
we got a little bit of everything.
there
in
shouldn't be.
society. Got a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think I read that the xenomorph was, they wanted the xenomorph to have a scene where they were like sexually attracted to Ripley.
Ew.
But
What the fuck?
he ended up writing it out.
Good.
I swear to God.
Maybe you should watch one of the later movies.
Well, I mean in this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking
I
about
haven't seen
Alien
this one,
here.
but I know that there's some shit like that in Alien Resurrection. Oh, so you do see it? Yeah.
Where's
So
the
that-
smiley face?
The smiley face
It would
doesn't
be amazing
exist.
if it
I'm
had the
sorry.
smiley face.
Why did you lie?
So that thing that looks like a weird oyster vagina in the middle actually extends down your throat. That's the extension part.
Oh, so scary.
Can you guys tell that H.R. Giger was afraid of women yet? Interesting that zombie was
You're
already
in
like
space.
so in
Why
the
would you assume
lexicon.
anything? It's the same issue I had with Annihilation. Like,
What?
they're just like, oh, well, I know.
Yeah.
You don't.
Now kiss me.
It turns to a rom-com like halfway through.
And that's probably why there's no romances, because they didn't know who was going to be playing who, like
It
amongst
also was
the
just, like,
crew.
And it was
Unnecessary.
the 70s,
Yeah.
so if they were...
I mean, because Alien Covenant, in that one, it's a bunch of colonists, and every member of the main cast is married to someone else in the main cast, because it's supposed to be like, you know, they were traveling to repopulate. So, like,
Oh.
yeah, that kind of gets in the way.
It was like such a smooth shot of the thing rising, and then it cuts to them, and they're like,
They're like
all over the place. That was really funny.
God damn, this is shaky as hell, man.
Yeah.
Looks pretty smooth from out there.
It looks like they have like vibrating seats.
Yeah,
Like,
the 4D movie theater seats that
the
move
rumble
you around.
seats.
Like, yeah, rumble seats.
Yeah. Quick PSA: never see a movie in 4DX if you want to like that movie.
Yeah.
I saw the Lego Movie 2 in 4DX, and I thought I didn't like the Lego Movie 2 for a while, and then I watched it at home, and I was like, that was actually pretty funny and pretty good. Not as good as the first one, but still a pretty damn good movie. It was just 4DX that ruined it for me.
well, like talk shit all you want, but we're seeing the new Avatar. All six of the new Avatar movies in 4DX.
Do you think that when James Cameron went to pitch all the Avatar sequels, he wrote Avatars and then made the S into a dollar sign again?
He was probably like, foolproof. This is foolproof.
Dude, if you went to go see Alien in 4DX, you'd be like, oh my god, it's my favorite scene, it's the face huggers. Oh
my god.
And you just get throated immediately.
I just took a drink. You can't do that.
Sorry.
It's so graphic.
That sound.
But then, of course, there are people who'd go to just enjoy that.
Ew. Oh my
Did
God.
either of you guys ever see Shrek 4D at Universal Studios?
I think so, actually.
That one was fucking sick. It got
Yeah.
retired last year. It was a fun ride.
Wasn't there one at
I
like
don't
Hershey
know.
or Six Flags or something? There was another one that was like.
I feel like maybe I saw it.
It wouldn't have
Do you
been
like
Shrek.
ride around in the?
It's a
No,
movie
it's just
theater.
a movie theater. but
Yeah,
then-
and like a bunch of it is like
Never
a
mind
4DX
There is
thing.
a Hershey
like
one, or
you're-
there was, and there were M&Ms, and at one point there's a bunch of rats that like it's like a story that follows the M&Ms.
I
And
want to
then
go
there's
to
a bunch
Hershey
of
Park so badly.
like rats, and they would
Yeah, we
like
gotta go.
blow air at your feet as if they're mice. And I seen it like I had seen it like 3 times, and each time I would pull my feet up because it was so gross. But no matter what, you could feel it was terrible.
There was also a Terminator 2 one at Universal as well, and at one part there were like little spider robots.
yeah, nothing.
And that's what got
Thank
you.
you. He's in a unitard.
Yeah, he's got like a. Like
This
a
is his
corset
dance
on.
scene.
Corset and a cape.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Ugh.
yeah, Jess. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right here.
Back in the old freezerinos.
That's some bullshit if they have to pay for their food
Yeah,
while they're
what?
on.
They were talking about food shares in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like the whole like company town thing.
That's
from,
their
like,
way.
the
I think it's
Depression
also their
era.
way of showing that they're like disposable. Like
Yeah, and
they
like
don't really care.
exploited.
Yeah.
They just want them. They're like delivering cargo
This is the
or
working
something.
man's. I fucking Ash like watching him the whole time is so freaky. She just pulls out a gun and shoots.
God.
Like
dude
pat on the
does-
back.
He just went, "This is serious."
This is a certified bra moment.
Who's gonna break his teeth on the spoon?
He's shitting everywhere. He's shitting out an alien.
Yeah, stop.
So that shot there, they didn't tell her about that spray of
They
blood.
didn't tell
Jesus.
any of them.
Yeah. They knew that obviously the scene was happening, but they didn't tell them how much blood was going to be
Yeah.
coming out, so that they're like, or when he was going to like
Yeah. Look at
Fucking
him.
Ash. Fuck all y'all. I'm out of here.
He's kind of cute.
That was all like
That was really funny.
it was all genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that?
And the character with the actor for the character with the blue headband was so. It's funny, like, because you can't even tell from watching this, but he was so shocked by that scene that he went home and he, like, locked himself in his room for hours.
Oh my
and
God.
couldn't talk to anyone.
I would too, dude.
It's crazy. And I think that scene, like, people were in theaters, because this was, like, the only thing of its kind, and it was very scary at the time. People in theaters were vomiting. They were running out of the theater.
I mean...
Like, it's crazy.
I deign to believe those stories. Like, they said the same thing about, like,
said.
The Exorcist and The Omen and stuff. A lot of the time, those stories came from the marketing team who would put that out there to be like, it's so scary.
Yeah.
People are...
But I actually saw people arguing about that. And they were like, nah, dude, I was, like, alive during that time.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting. I don't know. Because watching it now, like, the little guy running, it's, like, kind of, like, cute.
Yeah.
It's like in the... I think he's like...
Well, because
he emerges and goes, nya, 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 and then runs away.
In Alien Covenant, they CG the fucking little guy, and it looks ridiculous. It looks like he's about to do a little dance.
Take off the top hat and go...
Well, actually, in Spaceballs,
Yeah, I know.
he does do
I
that.
know.
And also, that's
love
John
that
Hurt,
movie.
who's in Spaceballs as well, playing
Yeah.
the guy who that happens to. So did you know about that?
Yeah.
Like the chest bursting and all that? Okay. I didn't want to talk about it before because I wasn't sure.
Oh.
Because when I was talking
I've
about
seen
the alien
Spaceballs like
phases...
6 times.
Spaceballs is great. When I was talking about the alien phases, I almost said chest burster, but I didn't want to just in case. Also for the listener, in case
That's
you
why I
didn't
didn't-
know
yeah.
what was up.
That's why I didn't want to mention a jump scare earlier, because then you're anticipating a jump scare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean...
I did forget that it was this movie, but the second he turned over, I was like, oh, right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This
Good
isn't
stuff.
necessarily a movie I've, like, tried to stay away from spoilers from, but I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
the
been
plot.
out
You know,
for
like, I know that happens.
so
I know what
long.
the xenomorph looks like, but, like, I didn't necessarily know what the plot was, you know?
Guess what, guys? I gotta use the
Pee
bathroom.
time!
I like to
We should
announce it
we
now.
should, like, come up with a little jingle and, like, play it every time you go.
Dance, peeing.
Honestly,
Peeing time!
We're doing this in the summer, and I would not mind just doing a pause right now to put the air conditioner on
Too
for like
bad.
5 minutes.
Too
too.
bad. Deal with it. Go pee. Just thinking about the, like, there's people screaming outside, sorry. But the, like, in the theaters, if people are throwing up or not or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the commercials for Paranormal Activity where they would film the audience?
Oh, yeah.
And then they would, like,
they
be
were
like, that would be so cool for
yeah.
something like this, or, like, movies that literally changed a genre,
Yeah.
like, to see those kinds of reactions.
I
'Cause that's
forgot
what, like,
about
got
that.
people to see Paranormal Activity. They're like, oh, it's,
Yeah.
like, actually scary.
I think those were
And then the
actually
first one was
scripted,
good,
but-
and it was a steep decline. I fucking love that franchise. I love bad
Oh
horror
my
movies.
god.
But that was one of those things I, like, saw it, and I was like, oh, that would be, like, really scary to watch, you know?
Yeah.
So it would be cool to see something like this.
What are you talking about?
Like, you know how in Paranormal Activity commercials, they would show people in the theater, like, for a movie like this or a movie that, like, changed a genre. Like, it would be cool to see their kind of reactions.
They did one of those trailers for... I put my headset on backwards. They did one of those trailers for The Black Phone. I haven't seen that in forever.
Really?
That do like the...
I don't think I even
But
saw
also, when was the last time you watched, like, TV with commercials?
that. Okay, fair. Very fair. And I also, like, pay to not get ads anywhere, so...
Yeah, we don't. My, like, parents are always bringing up commercials to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really
Dude,
don't.
yeah,
My-
honestly, every
both
time I
of my
talk to, like,
parents
people
do.
over
Yeah.
50,
Yeah.
they, like, talk in commercial references.
Well,
I'm like,
even
I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck you're
well,
talking
even, like,
about,
both
dude.
of my parents do, and then they're, like, constantly talking about the millions of Netflix shows that they're watching. I'm like, when do you watch actual TV to, like, see commercials then? You're watching, like, 4 shows at a time.
Yeah.
Because old people will just put it on in the background.
My parents aren't old.
That's
Older
true,
than
that's
us.
True.
I guess, yeah.
40
Yeah,
and up.
my mom
They'll
has,
just be like,
my
I'll
mom
just
has
put the
a,
news on
yeah,
in the
my mom has
background
a TV on
while
like
I
all
cook.
the time.
That's true. My mom puts on, like, Food Network.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I go over there, we'll watch Iron Chef for, like, 6 hours.
And also, my grandma watches TV all day long.
Yeah, fair.
So she's really in deep with commercial references. And I feel bad because she's so old, so when she brings them up, I just pretend I know what she's talking about. I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw that one. Because I'm not going to... It's easier than getting into
my
it.
grandparents will do that. They'll be
It's
like,
either being like, I don't know.
The funny commercial for the whatever. I'm like, yeah.
But honestly, I would love to see this movie in theaters because I saw
too.
What is it, Jaws in
Yeah,
theaters,
and this is like Jaws.
on like a
this
re-release.
is just like Jaws, but in space.
Oh my god,
okay,
dude!
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for saying that. I was like trying to put my finger on what it reminded me of the whole time.
And you know, if it came out a year later, they would say it's the Halloween, but it's
Yeah.
That's why I think it would have been really cool.
Or
in
a couple of years,
theaters.
they'd say it's The Shining in
Yeah.
And like decades later, they
Honestly,
say
this is
it's
like
just
the
like
Dark
Master
Souls
of Disguise,
movies.
but in space.
Dude, this is just like the Dark Souls of movies. That's so true.
But I saw Jaws, and it was like actually scary again seeing it in theaters. And even like Shaun of the Dead, a movie that I know like back to front. I was like getting jump scared because I was seeing it with a group.
Let him go. No, let him go.
That was relatable.
Yeah. I think that was a real reaction. I've never seen Jaws either.
Huh?
Never seen Jaws?
Nope.
Huh? You would love Jaws.
Yet you
It's
don't go in the
water.
ocean anyway?
I just don't like being in the ocean myself, but I like going on boats and stuff.
You like ocean stuff. You would
I
like
fucking
Jaws.
love ocean stuff. Do you know the amount of TikToks that I realized
Yeah,
I follow that are just like deep sea
we're both
facts
on the
or shit like that?
thalassophobia
Yeah,
subreddit,
yeah,
which
yeah.
isn't anybody who actually has thalassophobia. It's just people that like water.
it. Yeah. And they'll post
Dude, we
the most
gotta watch
insane
Jaws.
shit, and I'm like,
Maybe for
this is
next month
beautiful.
we'll just do all summer themed because we're already gonna do
Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
High School
when is-
Musical 2.
Did
Yeah.
Shark Week pass
Oh
already?
yeah.
That
Let's
would've been
do
a good
like
movie for
summer,
Shark
like
Week.
summer classics or something like that for August.
Sorry, I'm cracking one.
Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty.
I'm gonna call it right
Sorry,
now.
I'm having my
so
warm
don't
White
react.
Claw.
But I have a what's the word?
Prediction?
Like a prediction on what the end of this movie is.
Okay.
Okay.
Jonesy is the bad guy. Don't say.
React.
Sorry,
Damn it!
sorry.
Now I know.
Sorry.
Jonesy's gonna come down from the ceiling.
Dude,
This
faint
is-
meowing.
this is-
What a great
This
trick.
is Jonesy's big break. So
Yeah.
Alien.
even
Jonesy's
though
big break.
even though there was apparently 4 cats that they used that just looked
Alien
identical.
2, Cat
I
in the
love that.
City.
You really just get like any orange cat and they all kind of look the same.
Jonesy's on my shirt. I'm wearing my alien shirt, my fun alien shirt.
Apparently they used a dog to scare Jonesy.
Aw,
That makes
that's
sense.
mean.
I
It
was
the
actually
only
just-
way,
Jonesy
it was the
keeps
only
every
way to
time-
get him to react instead
Yeah.
of using like I hate in movies when they use CGI animals.
Yeah.
It takes me out of it.
I was just
And
watching.
also too, like acting cats, like they're not gonna get startled easily.
Yeah,
They're around
so
people
they-
all day,
they
so
use
that
the
makes
dog,
sense.
yeah.
But also every time Jonesy is running,
Gross.
its feet slip a little. It's very cute.
I was just watching a really cool video about like the dog that they picked for the Thing to play like the Thing dog and how good of an actor the dog was, like
Yeah.
in that it would like literally do exactly what they wanted without them having to do much to guide. Like it would go in, it would have like dramatic pauses, it would like look in where it wanted to look, and it like
Damn.
looked
Dogs are
very
so smart.
unnatural
Yeah,
in that it was so still and like calculated, like not how a dog would move.
I love
And
watching
it's really interesting
videos of
stuff.
working dogs, like any kind of working
Yeah.
dog. They're just so
too.
impressive.
Now there
I
is
love
one
dogs.
shot from this scene that's in the director's cut that is not in this that I do love, where in that with all the chains, you can like faintly see it just like chilling, and
That's
it's like in a weird pose
Yeah.
too.
He's waggling his finger like, I'm gonna get you.
He's winding it up.
He's just fucking dabbing in the corner.
He's hitting the gritty.
Hitting
Well,
the
you
gritty.
can play as the fucking xenomorph in Fortnite, so
Oh yeah.
my
yeah.
God.
I want to play Fortnite to play as the xenomorph and do a dab. Do a big dab. Yummy. Engine condensation.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, you take what you can get.
That's true.
Right?
He's out
They're
of
probably all
food
skinny.
It's not like you
rations.
can go out into a rainstorm right now,
Yeah.
you know?
They're probably also stinky.
He's really having a moment.
Yeah.
It's like his main character moment.
Yeah. They pan up and it's just a xenomorph pissing on him.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Is he gonna get yoinked?
Oh, Jonesy.
Jonesy. He's so cute.
I like that Jonesy the cat in the board game is an important part of the board game. There he is.
There he is.
First time on screen. Holy shit. I would love to be in a theater in
I love when they
1979
put-
experiencing that for
I
the
love
first
when
time.
they put
I would do
animal
one of
stop
my
noises when animals are moving in movies. It's so funny.
I would do my patented backflip at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the
Whoa,
fucking
okay,
head.
not the... Ooh.
What a pretty that cat is so pretty.
Josie's
What the fuck?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Jones is just like, and what of it? No, that wasn't a question. I think now that the xenomorph has been on screen at least once, I'm going to shout out the actor who played him.
It was me.
Rest in peace. He died in 1992 at the age of 30.
Whoa. What?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Well,
What?
Balaji Badejo, 6'10". That's probably why he died so young.
Okay, yeah.
6'10".
6'10"
That's
from
crazy.
Laos, Nigeria. Very like skinny. So that's just
There's, I
him
forget
in
the
a suit.
I forget the name of the like, you know, I don't know if it's a disease or illness or whatever it is, but there is like a term for when people like literally just grow
Super
too tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they like always have a lot of health issues because their
Gigantism?
bodies aren't. No, there's like I mean maybe that, but I feel like
Yeah,
there's
'cause
like
your
a term
body's
for
not
it.
meant to
Yeah.
Your heart
grow
and
like
your
that.
brain
And there's like whole
stuff can't
families that
support
like
it.
you know they're all tall because they're all you know
Yeah.
genetic thing.
I'd rather be a short king that I am and live long than die young and tall.
I like grew to my height in like 6th grade and then have not grown since.
Oh, did you see that?
What?
Among Us moment.
Among
Oh,
Us.
They mentioned a vent.
well, I mean, in talking about what this movie has inspired, we gotta say Among Us
Among
is
Us,
up there.
definitely
White
inspired.
Mongus.
I mean, also like
Definitely inspired.
a lot of TV shows also have like an alien episode. Cowboy Bebop, they have an
Yeah.
alien inspired episode,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite episodes of the whole show. Firefly, I'm pretty sure have like an alien like
so.
episode, like a bottle episode just on the ship, with something weird getting out.
I miss that show.
Firefly.
I really like this room. Can we make our living
so
room like this?
cool. Yeah.
And literally line string lights?
Yeah.
I'm sure our electricity bill won't be that bad.
No. It'll be...
We just literally can't use any other light in the house.
Okay, yeah, this will be our light zone. The rest of the house is dark.
Well, you've already
Is
got
that
one
already
wall
true?
kind of taken care of with string lights.
No,
If
but
our-
I want it
if
to
our-
look like that, you know?
Yeah.
And
I would love to have, like, lights on the ceiling, but it's too high up. And yeah, anyways.
I'm not tall enough.
What are my chances?
Does not compute.
Yeah, this room's so cool.
So pretty. I would just chill in here.
I
read a
gotta
book,
say, this movie. Let me check my letterboxed list of horror movies.
Whoa, that was really bright after like my
But
eyes
it's,
hurt.
Julie, I know it's one of your favorites, but it's gotta be up there for me too. It's so good.
This one?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's just for its time and just the impact that it had.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it stands up so well. You know? Like, look at that. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, it was number 9
Spooky.
on my 31 favorite horror movies, but it might go up. The ones below it are Dawn of the Dead, Halloween, Scream, Friday the 13th 4, The Thing, Nightmare on Elm
The
Street,
Thing
Shaun
is
of the
just
Dead,
like-
Evil Dead 2.
I haven't watched the thing
But
in years.
honestly, I kind of want to
rewatch
move
that.
it up.
I
already.
rewatched the thing.
I'm just loving the symmetry. It's like my favorite thing ever.
I
The
love
symmetry in every single shot. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
living in the Northeast. We usually have
This is
like
the
a
moment of the movie.
Butthole.
Yeah.
Every movie has a butthole moment.
Butthole.
That was it.
Thrust
not
butthole.
the face huggers hole. Or
No, that
too?
was
No,
Vagina-
that was a
vaginal.
butthole.
no, not like literal. Like
It's just a look like a butthole.
yeah,
This
face hugger
kind
didn't
of
look
like
scene
isn't that
has
so
been
cool?
parodied to death of like someone like being tracked on something and someone else being like, "Oh my god, it's closing!" Like that kind
Yeah.
of like. They do it in The Simpsons where there's Bart brings his dog to school and it gets loose in the vents.
That's
so,
really funny.
Groundskeeper Willie greases himself up and goes in the vents, but then like they're tracking them.
That's really funny. Oh, the music just got serious.
Yeah, I definitely want to move this one up.
Move it up, move it up.
I'd say maybe higher for me. I don't know if I can go higher than Scream. Scream is... I fucking love Scream.
That's a cool shot.
Very James Bond. What if they just had the xenomorph walk across and then shoot a gun?
I was about to
At
say
it.
the
Pistol
xenomorph walks by
and,
with a gun.
It's like those memes where like the realistic hand with a gun like over like something fake in 2D.
I mean, like,
Oh
someone's
my
probably
God.
made xenomorph with a gun.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
He's got a gun.
I'm sure in like VR chat there's xenomorph with a gun or something like that.
In Fortnite.
Yeah, true, duh. He's
That's
got
why
a gun and a
Fortnite's so
pickaxe.
funny because it's like every character. Like,
With a gun.
like Naruto with a gun. Stop it.
Oh my god.
God damn.
What is that? Oh, Jesus Christ. I like, could not tell.
Dan's pulling up photos of Xenomorph with a gun. Just for...
And with
And
titties.
xenomorph with
listeners.
titties and ass.
And a thick
Oh my
thick
God.
Xenomorph for anyone interested in that.
It's got a hat on.
Okay, stop.
Oh my
Stop.
god.
You're ruining the tension. I can't.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
This is a great scene. I'm sorry, y'all. Ew. Come.
I should call him.
You're flagged.
I'm fucking one White Claw in.
One warm White Claw.
One
in.
boiled White Claw.
Go grab another one. After
I really
this
have to
intense
pee, so this
scene.
guy's gotta die, and then I gotta go pee.
Oh my god. I'm on the piss
Sorry, I know
podcast.
that Jonesy is just picking him off.
Should we
okay?
pause since you haven't seen it?
No, it's fine.
We can do a 3, 2, 1
I pee
pause
really
and
fast,
the
it's
3,
fine.
2, 1 play.
Don't listen to this, listeners.
Okay. Jess is a national speed pisser.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
placed
actually the
in the
Guinness
last 10 years.
world record holder, so.
Drop a beat. Fury Road, Fury Road, Fury Road. Alien, Alien. Me talking to the state of Texas. Move Dallas!
Yeah, I knew it.
So yeah, there goes
The
Dallas.
second he was going down, I was like, he's gonna turn
That's what
that
I'm saying
way.
is like
So
in
sick.
a lot of other movies at the time, Dallas, the captain, would be like
Yeah.
a guy and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be the
Okay, I
main
probably
hero.
have like 2 minutes.
Run,
until
Jess,
the
run.
next- Okay.
Jess
We'll just say the lines. No, nothing.
That's the song. Oh.
We could talk about spoilers now because Jess is out of the room. But if you haven't seen it, we're not going to do that. But what I did when I played the Alien Isolation DLC was I played the ending as Dallas. And like in that version, I was like, he survived. Or you can play that mission as Ripley and stuff like that. It's really cool that you can like play the missions as different characters and like see. It's like playing arcade mode in Mortal Kombat where you can like get everybody's different endings.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
A little bit of improv. Damn, she's fast.
I said I was fast.
She's boiling another White Claw too.
Yeah,
Just
like
let
real
me turn the
quick.
oven on.
Put it in the microwave.
They're just right now. They're just trying to figure out how to
Yes.
kill it.
Yeah.
They established that it moves through the vents, which we know.
And they want to blow it out into space.
Okay.
So blow that fucker into space.
Which, if you watch any of the other
Smithereens.
Alien movies, is the go-to solution for the end of the movie. Let's try to blow it into space.
Really?
That's not...
But like
This movie just came out. Also,
Honestly, the acid blood
Ripley's
paints
getting
you
a
into
little peeved.
Yeah. He's molding.
Ooh.
damn. Damn.
Hey, he's the reason that this little shit's on the ship, you
Yeah.
know?
He broke
She's
quarantine.
distraught.
She's
Yeah,
next.
she's going
She's
through it
going
now.
through it.
She's going soon.
Shout out to Veronica Cartwright. She's a really good actress. She's...
Yeah.
trying to think of other movies. She's in fucking Candyman 2. I don't know why that immediately came to mind,
Interesting. Okay.
but that one's okay. Actually, if you like the original Candyman, check out Candyman 2. It's
I was
a
just
lot
gonna
of fun.
say I haven't seen that one, but
Third one is dog shit. Don't
I
watch
love
that one.
Candyman so much. I feel
Watch
like I'll
the
like
second
it
one.
just because
The second one's set in New Orleans, which is pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool. I just love Candyman.
Candyman. Let's say it. Say it. Say it, guys.
No, we're in front of a giant ass fucking mirror, dude.
Candyman, Candyman.
She's also in The Witches of Eastwick. Oh, she was a little kid in The Birds, which is a
Okay.
movie you need to
Okay.
watch,
Okay.
Jess.
No,
Like, no, like she...
That's okay.
She's the main
actually.
character.
I
She
don't
was
need
just a
to.
little kid when she was in it.
That's okay.
Oh, she's in the really good 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Have you guys seen that one? With
Yes, I've
Donald
seen it.
Sutherland and Jeff Goldblum. Great ending with that one as well.
That's a cosmic horror, isn't it?
Mm,
I think it was Tiger under there.
a little bit.
What's reflecting on her face?
She's in The Chilling Adventures of
Forgot.
Sabrina. Damn. She plays Trash Can Carla in Fallout 4.
Oh.
Of course.
Ooh.
Damn. Damn.
Brutal.
Where did he come from?
That was so creepy. That was the real jump
Yeah,
scare.
what the hell?
Oh.
And his little smile.
She is so good.
Yeah, she's amazing.
This win any Oscars?
Apparently not.
Are you shitting me?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it did. Or
Was that by the time? 'Cause, like,
or maybe I'm getting confused with
was it
people wanted
nominated at least?
what's her name to be nominated for an Oscar for this performance and she wasn't.
Classic. Open the pod bay doors, Hash. Won one Oscar,
Okay,
Best
then I think
visual
it's-
effects.
Then it was Sigourney.
but it was only
Weaver.
nominated.
That wasn't nominated.
The only other nomination was Best Art Direction.
Yeah, she should have been nominated.
Yeah, no. This movie should have been
Robbed.
nominated for a lot of shit that it was
Absolutely robbed.
not. This was I think by this time, like the 80s is when the
Oh,
Oscars like
the fuck?
switched
What
from
is-
nominating like genre movies
Ew.
like this. Give me the ring, boy.
Ew.
I'm milking over here. My head's fucking
Nasty.
lactating. Ripley, do you know that only 1 in 1 billion children is born with their nipples on their head? Do you know I'm one of those children, Ripley?
God.
I like that he just let one hit him in the head.
Boobs. Boobs in the background, just a shout out for the Coomers out there. For the Zero Suit Samus mains.
And eggs. For all the egg enthusiasts.
All those eggheads out there.
This one goes out to you good.
I mean, they had a good time earlier with the giant ass alien eggs as well.
Listen, fried eggs are good.
I don't know I've never known what he was really trying to accomplish in this scene right now. And I hope Jess can explain it to us.
Isn't he just trying to kill her or something?
Yeah, but...
Oh.
Honestly, he's trying to, like, suffocate her.
Yeah.
There are more effects. There's like a pillow right there.
But he wants to do it, but it seems like he wants to do it in a way that's similar to the
paper
xenomorph
cuts.
with the down the throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
My God.
He's sick.
Titty twisted.
He's a sick man. Oh!
Damn.
Did you see that TikTok where they... I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Jesus. That was so funny.
Yeah, so Ash was a robot.
Got it.
Don't know if you knew that.
Interesting.
It's a good twist.
Did they know?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Remember, he replaced their last science officer only 2 days before they took off.
See, that's where they say he's a robot. Damn.
I like how they just said
it a little early.
What the fuck?
I don't know. He could be like something in him.
The hands.
Well, he's just trying to be efficient at this point.
Oh my God. It's just so. He's
trying.
so funny.
Oh,
damn.
I mean, cattle prod against robot, good idea. Fry their shit.
Yeah.
the head.
Those, oh my God, the synthetic
Ew.
enemies in Alien Isolation are
Little fiber.
a bitch.
I was gonna say there's this TikTok where she uses she has a glass of water and she uses a milk frother to make it turn into a.
I'm sorry, but he has anal beads in his neck.
Stop it.
Yeah, where it makes the water turn into a tornado, and then she drinks it, and then she starts spinning really fast. That's what that reminded me of.
He took just a little sip. That's all it takes.
That would have been
Because
fun
he was
to,
spinning
yeah.
across the room.
That was so funny. That mask does look pretty good.
Oh,
yeah, it looks really good.
Damn, looks like he got throated.
he got the whole Nancy Reagan treatment.
Oh my God.
You know, they call him Ash the Jackson Pollock for nothing.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Maybe she blamed.
When he tells you he'll just do it on the bed, but lied. Should I work for BuzzFeed now?
When me and your mom,
Me and your mom, He's got a British accent. That's how you know he's not to be trusted.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, John Hurt did too. He was just a victim.
Why is he swallowing if he's a robot?
I don't get in movies like this where they're like, we're gonna get it and clone it and make an army of them. Like, they did that in the new Jurassic World movies.
Really?
Like, that's the first Jurassic World, is they're trying to train velociraptors for the army. But I'm like, what can a velociraptor do that a fucking, like, rocket-propelled grenade can't?
Yeah, or, like, literally just a nuke.
Like, exactly. I don't get these whole, like, movies where, like, we'll control these creatures and whatnot.
Humans have to control everything.
It's true.
But we don't fucking put tigers on the battlefield and be like, go!
Yeah.
That's true.
Take out our enemy.
I hadn't thought of that. It's a fair point.
And they're like just as deadly.
But, tigers are just big cats,
I mean, tiger versus velociraptor, similar.
Yeah.
Xenomorph, a little different. They're like, all like...
He was doing the white person smile.
Basically everything proof, acid proof.
Yeah.
They can get in places really quietly. They don't necessarily need oxygen, I don't think, to survive. So
Why
I get
is
them, not really the velociraptors. This is just me shitting on that idea from the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Bye.
There he is.
I really loved the transition from, Damn, okay. I really love the transition from, him having his head through the table to back to the mask. That was very funny.
That's cool. So was that wax he was like spewing? I don't get that.
That's
guess
just
so,
a
yeah.
fluid they use to make robots work. It's milk. If you wanted to know. That's what they use for all
milk.
robots.
Average milk drinker.
I don't know why people shit on milk drinkers.
Because you're
Disgusting.
fucking
It's
weird.
not.
The other day I came into the room, into our living room with a glass of milk, and Jess looked at me really confused because I make fun of her for drinking milk, and then
Yeah.
I revealed that I brought Oreos with me, and that is why I had the milk.
It's the only fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I want
It's because
Oreos.
milk has a lot of
Ooh!
it's like pus and stuff.
What the hell was that?
Tomorrow we're having a bit of a gaming marathon, and I got Oreo cakesters for said marathon because they
What are
started
the
making them again.
cakesters?
You don't remember them?
I only
That
ever
They were
see
like
double
cakey,
stuff. Oh,
big.
no,
Oh my god!
no,
fucking
I want regular
best
Oreos.
thing. It's basically like
That's the thing with anything sweet with me. I like the
I can
exact
only have a
version,
little
and that's
bit.
it. You know what I mean?
Not a movie.
You're a big
What am I
sweets guy.
thinking of? It's like a schmoopy. What are they called?
Schmoopy?
What the fuck are they called? Whoopie pie. Whoopie pie. They're like cool, like whoopie pie kind of
Schmoopy is
thing.
what
Yeah,
I used to
that's-
call my dog.
Oh my
It's
god!
like a
I follow
nickname.
this little Amish girl on TikTok, and she was showing how to make whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies are what it's.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
that?
she's ex-Amish technically.
Yeah.
That's why she's on TikTok. But
Have you seen the ones where it's like the roommates and one of them is ex-Amish?
yeah.
And she'll just make butter in the living room.
That's amazing.
And they're like, thank you.
This one, she still lives an Amish lifestyle, but she's not part of the Amish
Yeah.
community anymore, technically.
Sorry for those who aren't from this area, because apparently I just looked it up, and whoopie pies are like very northeast, specifically
oh.
because
That makes
of the
sense
Amish.
if they're
I
like
don't-
an Amish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It is an American baked product that may be considered either cookie, pie, sandwich, or cake.
Okay, there you go.
It's
Yeah.
basically like a
Ooh.
giant Oreo.
Or a
We could
chip
go to the
witch.
Amish
I want a
market
chip
and get
witch.
some
Can we go to the
whoopie pies.
pool and have a chip witch?
What pool?
Dude,
I don't know.
chip witches and
Someone
cheese
who has a
fries
pool?
taste mad different right after you get out of a pool.
Guys,
Yeah,
and that's
dude.
they hit.
This is exciting because
I miss those days.
She
Going
has
to
a
my
weapon
friends'
now.
country clubs and getting like 4 chip witches. It was amazing. Playing mermaids.
They're also known as big fat Oreos. Or gobs,
gobs.
What the hell?
which
Gob.
is a non-American in other English-speaking countries. Gob it means blowjob. So
Oh.
if you just walk up to an Amish person, be like, "Give me a gob, man."
Oh my
What
God.
about gobsmacker? Isn't that something?
Gob stop. Well, in England, gob means mouth,
Mouth,
and I
yeah.
think so. That's where it comes from.
Oh.
Oi, mate, she gave me the best gob of me life.
Oh.
There's something every time you do
God.
English accents, they're so like explosive. It's so funny.
I felt like a real face hugger on her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there's probably something on Urban Dictionary called the face hugger, which is like, I'm not even gonna go into that.
You know.
This is a family fucking podcast at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I like their priorities. I like where their minds are at.
Meanwhile, every time my aunt says that she's like, listen to another episode, I'm like, please. Shout out,
Please.
shout out, Katie, if you're listening to this.
Shout out when I worked with high schoolers and they were like,
Yeah.
listen to your... I was like, don't.
Please don't. Do not. That's the thing. We both put them on our Instagrams, like to promote, and then I'm like, don't actually listen though.
So kids, if you're listening, go away until you graduate or turn 18. I don't do whatever the fuck you want then. Dude, Jonesy only knows how to jump scare.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a strange reference to the movie with the first ever recorded on-screen jump scare, Cat People. It's a horror movie from like the 50s.
Wait, that's
or
really
40s.
Who created the jump scare?
That movie. It's like people like often refer to that as like
threw his head down. Oh my god.
She gotta get him in there. He keeps running off.
Yeah.
Oh no, Lambert!
What is she trying
Look
to
behind
do?
you.
Ooh,
They're
the
getting
shadow.
coolant.
Oh.
The shadow.
Don't say anything, bro.
Lambert's been going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
He really needs to like brush his teeth.
Ooh. There it is. Full body. Tail whip.
Oh no. I like Parker.
Yeah.
Pee-pee.
What if we all had
getting
extra
smushed.
mouths? That'd be pretty sick.
We would have extra mouths.
Why is the alien always wet?
I think it secretes that so it can get into small places and stuff.
Okay.
Dude, I love this part where he's just like
Yeah,
vibing
slowly.
over to her.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
Oh.
This ain't Evil Dead, is it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's a cool shot. POV.
Yeah.
POV shot.
It's like the
Dude,
Office.
that's how it feels when you find yourself alone playing laser tag. So you're just running around
You're
fucking scared as shit.
Dude, this is just like laser tag.
Dude, I would love like a haunted house that's like xenomorph laser tag.
No. I would not like that.
Oh my god, I would fucking do
I barely
that
liked the haunted
for
house that we went to a
hours.
few years ago. I was
really,
so scared.
I really
hated
want to
it.
go to Halloween Horror Nights because they actually get the fucking rights to these kinds of stuff.
No.
And just what are you talking about? You loved that.
No.
Pata.
I hated it. I like ran through it. Oh.
I liked the chainsaw part. That was fun.
I'm glad I was in the back for that. Or in front. I wasn't.
Whatever. We should go again this
I think
year
I was
to
in the
another
front because
one.
I literally was speed
I'm
walking
so
through the
excited
entire
for
thing.
October already.
It's always the busiest month of the year.
Yep. But I'm just saying,
All with good things.
You will go to another haunted house this year, right?
Maybe.
Recorded?
Maybe.
Okay. We went to one this year, and Jess, Ika, my girlfriend, got like Vulcan nerve pinched by one of the
Whoa.
people jumping out, like accidentally got her
Oh, yeah,
in the
no.
neck,
If they touch you, then I'm not
and
going.
she like folded, like because she already has like neck issues
Oh,
and
Yeah.
stuff.
really?
It really hurt her.
Well, so you can, if
she
you
was hurting for
want, you
days.
can wear a wristband so that they won't touch you. But it's
Although
just
where we went
I don't
this
think
year,
that would
wasn't
make
an
my
option, was
brain.
it?
Not...
Where we went this year wasn't that wasn't.
they
an
didn't really
option.
touch us because of COVID.
Yeah.
There was like a
Okay, so we're gonna need COVID to
But
come
before
back,
they
and then I'll
used
go.
to, they would like grab you and shit and try to separate you from the group. It was very fun.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
remember
okay.
we went
I
to
like
one-
watching scary stuff.
we went
not
to
being
one-
in it.
The one we went to this October, where Avery, the other host of this podcast, dropped their phone in a mud puddle right before we went
Oh,
so
that
sad.
sucks.
in. There was
it
one
was
part
downpouring,
with that
torrential.
like fog light effect from earlier in the movie that was about at your like
Yeah.
mid chest.
That's cool.
And there were workers hiding in the
No
fog,
thanks.
and they would just like swipe your
No,
legs as
fuck
you
no.
came by. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Nope.
it was so fun. And there was this one part where you were on like a big gangway, like a large bridge, and there was like a spinning room
That was
effect,
oh,
and it really fucked
that
my
was
shit up.
so funny.
It was
because
very
I was
effective.
with Mimi.
who's been on the show.
Our friend Mimi, and they thought that they were actually spinning, and they were literally screaming.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mimi, it's not moving. You're not moving. It's
Well, no,
just
because
around.
it does to you. Because it spins one way, and then
spins
at one
around,
point
but you're
it
on, like, a
switches, and you don't realize,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what fucks your brain up, and you feel
Yeah.
like the whole.
Oh my god, she's
thing is-
whipping Jonesy around. Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a I was at Barnes and Noble today because of the Criterion Selection sale, and I go a lot. And I was wearing my Alien shirt, which I'm wearing right now. And the checkout lady was talking to me about how she's reading the novelization of this movie right now, and she said at one point before this, in the novelization, the xenomorph attacks Jonesy and is just whipping him around.
Oh,
he doesn't die, but it's
yeah.
just like, what's going on in here?
Yeah.
While he's in
That's
his
really
container.
funny. Yeah, oh. Ah. So the poor cat has like a broken tail. This is a cool sequence.
That was me. That was me in the spinny room.
Yeah. The music is epic.
There was this one Disney ride. There's actually a Defunctland video on it, I think, about like Alien Escape or something that was heavily inspired by the Alien movies, and they eventually changed it to Stitch and then eventually closed it because it was too scary.
I watched that video.
Yeah, it was too scary for kids.
Yeah. I was wearing my Easy Bake Coven shirt when I went to pick up Nets the other day, and the person that was like ringing me up was like, "May I ask where you got that shirt?" And I was like, "Spirit Halloween." And they were like, "Oh, okay, never mind." I was like,
Yeah,
"I'm sorry, I don't know
You
what the
can
brand
still
is."
buy shit
Yeah,
from
they're
them
probably
all
on-
year
really?
round online.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like wanted to be like, "Oh, a store or a link or something," and I was like,
Yeah.
Spirit Halloween."
I need to get something from like
I'm
Terror.
sorry.
There's like Terror Threads and all those other like
I think
really
the
cool
brand
ones.
is like its own thing too, but I don't know what the name of it
I
is.
think.
That like retro
I think it might
horror,
even be
you know?
at, like,
Because like the
Hot
Candyman
Topic
shirt
or
we
something.
have is the same. Yeah.
They are making a Spirit Halloween movie that's coming out later this year.
Oh hell yeah.
That's set in a deserted strip mall, and then it gets a Spirit
Oh
Halloween.
hell yeah.
And people get stuck in it, and all the shit
That's
inside it
cool.
comes to life
That's
and attacks
fucking
them.
amazing.
I'm very excited for
It better
it.
be bad. I
need
cannot
some
wait.
Movies, we need some movies about American strip malls. Or just
yeah.
malls in general.
Do you want me to read
I love
the
mall
description
movies.
real quick?
That's why I liked Fear Street so much.
Because they're just so...
Dude, Fear Street was a year ago now.
That was such a fun era.
Yeah.
Coming over every week.
I want them to do more shit like that.
More events. More events.
Christopher Lloyd is gonna be in it. That's all I know.
Ooh, iconic!
Oh damn!
You
Kill
bitch!
it! Kill it!
Dude, if you like her calling aliens bitch, we gotta watch Aliens.
Aliens
Dollar
is
sign.
So good.
Alien dollar
Alien
sign.
shh.
And I'm only saying that because of the way it was pitched.
Yeah.
With the S, dollar sign.
I didn't realize I was looking at them both today, and Aliens
Damn.
is about half an hour longer.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
How long
It's
is this
very
movie?
different. This is about 2 hours.
Oh.
Almost exactly
It's
2
like
hours.
more like... It's not like a
It's about
suspenseful...
yeah, it's about Marines.
It's more action. It's more of an action
Whoa.
horror type. Action sci-fi.
Yeah,
He's like strobe effects.
but it still has like horrific error like
Yeah, it's great.
stuff in it. There's a really
This is iconic.
specific
This is
scene that I
iconic
love
scene.
with.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look
Yeah.
at her.
My like eyes hurt from like
I know,
the
it's
strobe
been-
effects. It's so
We
dark in
should
here.
play that new Alien game that came out earlier this year. That's a 3-player game. Apparently, it's quite fun to just play with friends, and I think it was a free
Ah.
something at some point. So we might be able to play it for
My
free.
God, it's just getting worse, dude.
R.I.P. Aliens, Colonial Marines. What a fucking shit show.
She looks so cool.
Yeah.
I love her.
They have confirmed that the Nightcrawler animatronic will be appearing in the Spirit Halloween
Fuck
movie.
yeah.
Stop
Okay,
it.
I'm stoked. I hope it's bad. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we got to do it for this. There's something else that's coming out later this year that I already know looks bad, but it's going straight to streaming, and I want to do it for this. I think it's a horror. I gotta remember what it is.
This is so spooky.
Jonesy in the cage.
I just love how much she
Let
cares
him out
about
the
Jones's
cage.
well-being. Everybody in this
Well,
movie.
that she fucking whips
like
him
they're
around
not like
with the...
they're never like fuck
He's
the
a
cat.
member of
Yeah.
the crew. This is the future that we want. This is
Like
the future
Jess is
liberals want.
Oh my God.
Putting cat above others.
It's true.
Correct.
That always happens. I also love Jonesy's space cage.
Yeah.
Dude, straight up, they stole her hairstyle.
God damn! Jesus!
Really did just
My
throw
God!
Cats always
Swinging
land
them
on their
around.
feet, guys.
Yeah, but not if they're in like a
Swinging
teeny little
it.
crate. My God.
They straight up stole her look for Finn Wolfhard in this season of Stranger Things with that hair.
The mullet?
Mm-hmm. Should I grow one?
Yeah, I said that you should grow one, and then
Like a
and then
Curtis
Jess,
Connor,
Jess'
Steve
girlfriend Jess
Harrington
looked
looking
at
one?
me with hatred in her eyes. And I was like, okay.
I mean, my hair just kind of grows like that anyway. If I don't get it cut for a while. The Purge!
She gonna throw a mask on and then...
Be really edgy and kind of miss the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like every single Halloween costume, wear a mask and then like a small black dress and heels.
Yeah, I was about to say, in your sorority days, how many Purge
Oh, every single one of them.
Purgers
That
did
was
you
like
see?
if you were a cool girl, you would do an actual horror outfit instead of like a cat or some shit. I was an alien like 3 times.
Like a Xeno? Like full-on Xenomorph?
No, like I bought a silver sparkly dress and wore that dress 3 times.
Jesus.
Because it would be like a week of parties. Can't do it.
Oh, so it's already would have passed by now, so I could say in the director's cut there is a cool scene
Oh, that's cool.
where during her escape just now, she runs through a room and she finds Dallas, who is still alive, but he's like up against the wall and has been face hugged already, and he's like attached to it with all this gross shit, and he's being turned into material for eggs because she finds a bunch of eggs that have already like been made, but they took that out, of course, because in Aliens it's revealed how the eggs are made.
Got it.
And it's not that way, but and she kills him, like Mercy
Damn.
kills him.
Explosions. Whoa!
Whoa! But that is a cool scene that's
was
in the
epic,
director's
yeah.
cut and not in this
That
version.
was epic. Pretty.
Xeno piece of shit.
She
Can
is
you let
spent.
Jonesy out of the crate now? Because
No.
Jonesy's got a concussion.
Aw.
Sometimes I think it would be fun to be an actor, and then I remember that like half the shots are just your full fucking face on the entire TV. And I'm like, that, no.
That's
No.
why one of the hosts of the Weekly Planet, James, he has a theory that all good actors are just people who have big heads. They just happen to have big heads, so it's easy to see all of their
And
emotions.
good skin.
Yeah.
And good skin, dude. That's
Yeah.
always I'm like, I could never be an actor because
No.
the way my skin breaks
Nah,
out.
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you have fucking... There are people whose whole job it is to
Yeah,
cover
to-
blemishes and make it
But-
look natural. There's no way that, like, there are so many teen movies
Oh.
and kids who, like, are just fine.
Jonesy's gonna have a fucking seizure because you just
Jonesy's
threw him around
so
everywhere.
cute.
Jonesy
Yeah.
needs a quick trip to the vet.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe, yeah, put him in the pod. Get some nutrients.
Aww. Look how good
Relax.
he's being. He's sitting on her.
It's like holding
I-
on for dear fucking life.
I gotta say I love orange tabbies. I think they're my
Yeah.
favorite kind of cat. Them and blue Russians. Russian blues.
Yeah.
I knew a Russian blue. He is deceased now,
Oh.
but I connected with him on
I
a
love,
level
like,
I don't think I've ever
every
connected with
animal.
anything else. What?
I said I love like every animal. Like I'm
Yeah.
always like that's my favorite dog. No,
Okay.
that's my favorite.
Except
dog. No,
birds.
that's my favorite dog.
Me
Well, yeah,
too.
no birds and horses, but other than that,
What? Horses are just such nice, gentle
they're too big.
creatures.
They're too big.
I love horses.
They're not even that.
They're enormous.
We
and
saw some big animals the other day. At a
They're not as common as horses are.
shit.
Especially where we live. Chill. How is her underwear so low on her hips? Oh my
Because
god.
she's
It's a
been
style,
through
baby.
it.
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought
you're
that was
right,
the
you're
most.
right.
No, but I also thought that was just the most realistic part. Like,
Yeah,
girls'
you're fair.
underwear isn't going to be perfect after
You're
And
right,
also
yeah.
she just
She just took down.
yeah,
my
as
pants,
soon
I
as you
guess.
can, just be like, I'm getting
Yeah.
all this sweaty shit off my body.
Yeah.
Iconic though. Maybe she could pull him up a little bit.
See, that's what I was thinking was.
Oh yeah.
Like
the plumber's crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is true.
Also, she's like alone now. Everyone's dead.
Oh no!
Oh.
He made it on.
I was gonna say she can let the butt out.
Oh. I was like, how is that his hand? And then he moved his head.
I love how it like perfectly. I mean, like it's just like the set design works with him, so he can blend in so well. Yeah. I love it.
At least Jonesy's in the pod.
But yeah, like
thank God.
If you're basically getting ready for bed, if I was in an action whatever scene, moments before I was about to be bed, I would be in my underwear for sure.
Look at him; he's all curled up. He's taking a little nap.
I don't get this. Like, I never. Is he like he started to go into a hibernation and she bothered it? Like, I never got why.
So what I have understand is that he was dying, and he went somewhere quiet to die, but it happened to be the
pod. He got hit by like a flamethrower or whatever.
That's what I think it's supposed to be. Like that's
or
why he's in there. Like
maybe going into hibernation as well.
Got it.
And being like,
I think that's what the intended thing was supposed to be, but this makes sense. Like animals, they crawl off to be alone to pass.
Yeah.
She got stretch marks. Realistic. We love it.
Yeah, because she's a human.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't cover him up. You know.
Dan's a feminist. So.
Yeah.
I'm probably the biggest feminist in the room, actually.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So, can you guys like shut up for a second and let me talk?
What is that? He's popping out his dentures. Ew, I don't like
Yeah, I wish that they still made noises like the little chest burster did. When it just went and then ran away. I like how this is like the space version of hiding in a closet.
Yeah.
Instead of like getting like a broom to fight them with, she's putting on a full spacesuit.
Yeah. Air seal. Meanwhile, there's no actual air in there.
Or seal.
Meanwhile, she's suffocating in there.
Yeah.
I've got a ruddy gun.
She whips out a Nerf gun.
I've got a gun.
Let me tell you something. I've got a gun.
I've got a gun.
Let him sleep. Look at him.
Aww,
so even if she hibernated, would he not have killed her? Is that what you're saying? Like he would have just died and she would have got to her place with a dead alien on board?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know for sure.
I mean, it seems like it. Had he just...
It's either like he was going there to die or going there to recover. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I think I read was intended like...
Oh, you can see the skull really well right now. It's very cool. There's a great part in Alien vs. Predator where one of the characters uses an alien head as a shield on one of their arms because the acid doesn't affect that, so you can block the acid attacks.
That's sick.
That movie's actually quite fun. And also, for all the monster fuckers out there, there is kind of a romantic essence between the main character of that and one of the predators.
Aww.
So, it's a very cute movie. There are a couple feral hogs on board.
Damn, the light effect is so sick.
Oh, if there was a alien haunted house, that would be totally part of like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
With a bunch of flashing lights and fog.
So apparently, her singing "You Are My Lucky" or whatever. I don't.
Yeah,
the Lucky Star. Or whatever,
wasn't in the script, and she got a lot of shit for it after because they ended up having to buy really expensive rights to the song.
Oh, that's funny.
She's the one singing it. It's not like they just like are playing the actual song. That's such
you have
bullshit.
to get rights to. That's how.
Yeah.
It
Like how
works.
Disney
That's
trademarked
business, baby.
"Happy Birthday"
It's
that
business,
song.
baby.
Why did they just make her redo it?
Yeah, you can't even really see her lips.
Yeah, she's like barely saying it. But anything for some money, you know. Oh. Bonk.
I'm coming back in.
Blast him.
Damn.
Blast him.
What if the xenomorph also just exploded just like the ship? We gotta do that edit.
Yeah.
Just like the Agent Smith fight.
Well, I'm
the
loving
throat
the
punch.
angles, all the angles.
Yeah.
Whoa, this fish islands.
I love this. It's just like a iconic shot
Yeah.
of her in the suit.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
It's seriously hard to believe this came out in 1979.
Yeah, honestly. What the fuck was that? She didn't even mention Jonesy. Jonesy
He's alive.
Also,
He's
yeah, but
alive.
he
He's alive.
also
He's alive.
survived.
Well,
You're not the last survivor. The cat was there.
I like to imagine that Jonesy, who was in one of the pods but it wasn't active yet but closed when the thing opened, was just like swirling around in there. Like,
yeah,
"What the
yeah, like,
fuck?"
oh my god!
Aw.
it would have been really cute if she was like.
I know.
snuggled
I
with him.
thought that's what
But I
it
think
was
he
at
got
first.
his own
but-
pod, unless he is in there with her.
Yeah, I guess it's
Jonesy's a
like a life
king.
support thing.
Yeah.
And that is Alien. I must say now, the one of the endings they worked. Oh yeah, big cheer and back.
Let's go!
One of the
I love that we all
endings
kind of kept that quiet.
of the movie that was not filmed. Ripley died. The alien bit her head off, swallowed it, and then does that last thing in her voice, like it like stole her.
Oh,
Whatever.
Like it adopted her voice.
Interesting.
Yes. So
That would've been
that
spooky. But then we wouldn't have
was-
iconic
yeah.
Ripley forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien. As we continue Sci-Fi July, thank you so much for watching with us. How we wrap things up here during the credits is we will give the movie a rating out of 10, say whether we liked it or not, our favorite scene and our favorite character, and just kind of discuss all that good stuff. I can kick us off, and then we can kind of go 1, 2, 3. That's a 10 out of 10 movie for me. There's nothing to improve upon. There's nothing that can really be changed to make it better, in my opinion. I mean, the effects hold up shockingly well for a movie that is over 40 years old now. The set design, the atmosphere, everything about it is perfect. I mean, the actors and their chemistry was really well put together, and I just really, really love this movie. My favorite character. I mean, it has to be Ripley. I mean, Ripley's one of my favorite fictional characters in general. I think that she paved the way for a lot of other lady heroes in not only sci-fi but horror, action, just genres where they wouldn't be present otherwise. Shout out to Animals United for training Jones real quick.
Hell yeah.
And I think that her tenacity, her cleverness, her resourcefulness, her leadership, her bravery are just top notch for a hero in any genre, but it's great to see in like this new sci-fi horror slasher genre that this movie kind of pioneered. And I think Sigourney Weaver is a perfect choice. It's one of those roles that you just can't see anybody else in. Like, you know, Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. You just can't really see anybody else doing the job that she did. And this? I think that's a... Oh, there's some sort of like post...
What is this?
Credits
I
ad.
think
I think it's for like Dolby or whatever. Yeah, no, we would have said if it was like
I was
the
like, you like kept talking and I was like, wait, what's going on?
But yeah, she's as the biggest feminist in the room. I think it really says a lot for me to say her impact. But I think that my favorite scene is probably when Dallas, if not the chest burster scene just for its iconic impact, but when Dallas is in the vents and he's being tracked and like the beeping and then that big jump scare at the end, which kind of takes him out of commission and makes you say like, oh, well then who's like the hero of the movie from here on out? Because like before that he kind of was. I think that's my favorite scene for sure, and I will move it on to Julie to discuss.
Yeah, I love this movie. Obviously, it's one of my favorite movies. I just think it's iconic. You know, it set the standard for a lot of the movies that came after that I love today, like sci-fi, like you said, with female leads. It's beautiful. It looks great. It's amazing. And yeah, Ellen Ripley is definitely my favorite character. She's one of my favorite characters of all time. She's iconic.
Wait, what's your
She's
rating?
the moment.
You didn't rate it.
Hmm?
You didn't rate it.
What?
Oh, I assumed a 10.
10 out of 10.
You gotta say it.
11 out of 10.
11? You are just like Papa.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'll simmer down now.
Yeah, I just think it's beautiful. Everything about it, and the suspense. I would say that besides the chest bursting scene as well, my favorite would probably be towards the end when Ripley's like walking through with the flamethrower.
Just like the tension.
And she's it's sick.
When she's laser tagging.
Yeah, when Ripley's like IRL laser tagging and venting.
Venting.
Ooh, we're on like the Blu-ray menu now, and it's going through all the different life forms of the alien. Apparently, that first part is the spore, the egg, and then facehugger.
And then facehugger. How does the facehugger, like, it wasn't
Dude,
that
spoiling
big,
the movie.
and then it turns.
It says
into...
who gets facehugged.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
but it goes from the facehugger, that enormous thing.
Well, it goes.
Facehugger, little guy.
Yeah, the little pod.
Guy.
Yeah,
but there's
the
no
little man.
medium guy. You know what I mean?
Well, we just didn't see that.
Fair.
And actually, in Alien 3, it's revealed
actually
that actually
in
that
Alien 3.
what the xenomorph face hugs affects the physical traits of the xenomorph in the movie, because in that one, sorry guys, a dog gets face hugged.
Aww.
So there's a dog xenomorph that's always like on all fours. It's like quadrupedal, so it's always on all fours.
Scary.
And then in the AVP series, a predator gets face hugged, and then we get a pred-alien mix that has like the extra
The
mouth in the middle, and then
ultimate
like
life
all the fangs coming off the
Ooh.
side. Yeah, it's really, really cool. The lore of these movies I could fucking talk about forever. But Jess, what do you think?
Did you finish?
Did you do your favorite scene?
Yeah, it was good enough. Good enough.
It was good enough for me. It was alright.
It was good enough. You know, I got interrupted a little bit, but it's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what we do on this podcast, though. We just constantly interrupt each other.
We don't let women speak.
Don't listen to Movie Night Mates if you cannot stand people talking over one another.
Yeah. If anything, that's like the real feminist move. Like, don't let the women speak. It's what's best for everybody. Like, they'll just put their foot in their mouth and all that.
I don't have as like a.
I'm being sarcastic to any future employers listening.
I don't have as intelligent of a reasoning for loving this movie as Dan always
You don't have
does.
to. Anytime I give,
it can be a feeling.
I like it. I like sci-fi.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
like
my favorite
horror.
movies. I'm like, it's pretty, and that's why.
I like
Spirited Away. I just watched that the other day. I could not put into words why I like that movie. It's just a feeling, just
Exactly.
a feeling
it's
that I
just
have
good.
when I
It's
watch
good.
the movie.
All my like favorite anything, I'm like, because when I finished it, I said that's the best thing ever. That's why.
Yeah. Sorry that I took 2 film classes in college and 1 in high school, so...
Oh, that's
basically
why...
just pretty qualified
I actually
to talk.
graduated from NYU Film School. So.
Mise en scène.
Oh my god.
Shot.
Film.
Angle.
Director.
Fade in. Fade out.
Oh my god.
Interior. Exterior. Night. Day.
Subtitles.
Stop it.
Anyways.
I was a video production major.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Out of any of us, Julie's actually the most qualified.
I wasn't a film major though. That's why I'm not.
Yeah.
You take care of the technicals. We got the literary side.
Yeah.
It's all covered.
Of course.
Okay, I would also give this movie a 10 out of 10.
We converted her, everybody.
Or it's because I'm holding a gun to her head.
Yeah, 10.
Holding a face hugger to
10
her.
out of 10 for sure. No, I thought it was excellent. I honestly have nothing. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was I wanted more Jonesy.
That's fair.
That's the only.
And there was a good
is
amount
anyone
of Jonesy.
surprised?
There was a good amount of Jonesy.
There honestly was. I felt like I just figured like the cat was gonna die at some point or something.
Because
you guys are good at not spoiling things when it's like something like that. So I was a little nervous the entire time.
Yeah.
But he only like made it out with a mild concussion. So I think
Jonesy lives on.
I think everything else was great. I mean, the music in it was great. I liked the tension a lot. I mean, I knew scenes and what it looked like, so, like, the reveals weren't, like, as big of a thing, but, I mean, with the tension building up to them, it was still excellent. Mm-hmm. And, like, the effects were more insane. Like, I knew, like, it was a movie that held up, but, again, since I haven't seen it before, I was, like, so impressed by all
Every
of the
time
effects.
I watch it, I'm like,
it's, like,
damn.
insane. Like, even the shot of the other spaceship or whatever it is that, like, the alien comes from, like, before... Like, that's...
The wishbone?
Yeah, the wishbone or the brontosaurus or whatever. Like, that was insane. And even, like, the effects of, like, obviously, like, the robot was, I guess, the most thing that looked most dated. But, like, how else were you going to do that in 1979? Yes. So, like, everything was just so impressive. And I really liked the characters a lot. I liked the music a lot. I liked all of the effects and all that good stuff. Favorite character, obviously Ripley. I feel like I'm just gonna reiterate everything that you guys said.
We all are in
Like,
agreement.
duh.
Ripley's a bad bitch.
Ripley's a bad bitch, and Jonesy's adorable. So I'll say those two.
Yeah.
But also, like, the alien was just super cool. Like, I liked how
fair.
little it appeared, and yet it was still like so scary. Oh, which I really liked.
The alien was only in this movie for 4 minutes total.
Damn, bro.
And
like all of it's at the end.
Yeah, they wanted it to be like super
mysterious.
Yeah,
that's really
but
cool.
Even when they show up more, like in Aliens, they're still just as scary, and they are in droves in that movie.
And it's also, I think it's because it's just that natural, like, that thing is so much bigger than me, but it also, like, it's not like a fucking... I don't know, it's not, like, it's still skinny, you know what I mean? Like, it still looks kind of like a lizard type thing, but it's, like, at least 3 feet taller than you, you know?
Man.
Yeah, like,
it's a skinny
crazy.
legend, for sure.
And then, favorite scene, I think I'd also have to do when she's venting, because, like, the strobe lights were a little bit much, and my eyes kind of hurt, but I thought it did really well for the tension, because then even she, like, gets on the escape pod, and I was like, where are the credits? So, like, that kind of, like... Okay, she, like, got through this whole thing,
Did you
and he
know
wasn't
that
there.
she
Like,
survived to the end?
No. I didn't, I knew of the, like, you know, what it looked like, obviously, from games or just being on the internet at all. And then I knew the bursting out of the chest, I think I first saw that, like, a reference to that scene in Spaceballs when I was, like, I don't know, 11 or some shit, and then, like, just knew that it was from the movie, so, like, those were the only real things that I knew, but I didn't know anything about, like, face huggers or the plot or like any of the characters really or anything like that. But yeah, but I liked that scene a lot, and I also like the first kill where he's like going through like the whatever it's called, and then like Jonesy hisses, and then it's like behind him. I forget what that character's name is, but I liked that a lot too because it was like it's coming. Like, obviously, there's like all this tension, and then it was like, there it is, the beginning. And then Jonesy looked like a freaking god. Yeah, like in that last shot of that.
Talk about favorite scenes.
Just that one. Just that one clip.
That seems really good too.
Moment.
I realized that when we were talking about Aliens, we never mentioned that Ripley was in Aliens too. So good on us.
Yeah, we didn't
spoil that.
Oh,
like
yeah,
she gets all the way to the end of this and is in the next one.
The second movie would recommend. It's also fantastic.
She-
For like a sequel, you know,
Yeah. Oh my god, it's like
it did
the
really well.
people
I had-
often cite that
yeah.
as one of like the best sequels. Like
yeah,
that.
I had a hard time like deciding which one I liked more, and then I was like, well, this one's more like iconic. I feel like just for the genre.
I'm just always impressed with movies that hold up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
'cause
put it on. Let's watch Aliens.
All
Right
right,
now.
move it up.
I'm just always impressed. Like when we watched Jurassic Park, I was like, no fucking way. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
Oh my
impressive.
god, yeah, Jurassic Park was as well. Anyway, that is our episode on Aliens. Alien, not Aliens.
It's like the same issue with Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, on Alien. Next week we continue Sci-Fi July with a review of Blade Runner, the final cut. So watch that between now and then, so
Isn't
you
it
can
like
listen
4
to our
hours
review.
long?
No,
It's like 2.5.
it's not even. Anyway, that's a great
It's a
movie.
long movie.
Make sure you watch the final cut, not the original theatrical release version, because that one sucks ass.
Was it
And
any
has
different?
a really, really bad voiceover. And how we wrap things up is by doing our socials. So, if you like this, you can follow us on Instagram at Movie Night Mates or Twitter at Movie Night Mates with the number 8. If you like me, you can follow me at the amazing Spider _Dan. You can follow our other co-host Avery at AmosSyncAv everywhere. Jess is
Miesica _
everywhere. Julie is
Julesy _
everywhere as well. It really means a lot to us that you like this show and watch it and give it a good review. That helps us immensely. If you just give it a 5-star on Spotify or iTunes, it pushes us forward to see other people. And what really helps us as well is just telling a friend or a family member that you like the show and to check it out, or showing them an episode or two. Could be, I don't know if it would be a fun thing to do with a group of friends, but you know, these summer nights, if you're looking for something to do, get a group of friends together, put on a commentary, and see if you come up with the same thoughts we did.
We are your friends
If
now.
you talk about getting throated as much as we did while
my
watching
God.
this movie. But
Way to sell it. Way to
Yep.
sell it.
give me a round of applause.
Marketing kit.
Thank you so much for listening. It really means a lot. We will see you next week for Blade Runner. Goodbye.
Bye.